paranoid.
Not paranoid enough.
Why? Did you go? No!
Got him. Hey.
Read him like a book.
What's up, TPK Roleplay?
Hey,
In fairness, Niffer, it was like 3 different versions of What About Now that we went through before I got you. So kudos to you. Cold open, semi-achieved. What's up, TPK? Welcome back to Queen's Gambit. This is a D&D 5th edition campaign based heavily on the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. However, there's a whole lot of homebrew stuff in there. We have, because I know we have a lot of new viewers, new followers, etc. This campaign is trenched deeply in D&D 5th edition lore and background and all that jazz, with our own twists to everything. So let's go around the table real quick and introduce ourselves, introduce our characters, and then we'll do a quick recap of what happened on our last session and then get right into it. Heck, can we start with you again?
sure thing. Hey, everybody. It's me, Sir Hecklai. Tonight I'm playing Aster, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid. Moving on over to Nipper.
It's me. I'm Niffer. I forgot my dice and my notes tonight. We're gonna be fine.
Par for the course.
Hey, yeah, you're right. I am playing the Time Wizard, Eliseo Villarin. They are an Asmar, and they're much more on top of things than I am. Next.
Hiya, it's me, Hyacinth, the happy-go-lucky, awkwardly flirty, elf, bard, lock. Yeah. That's everything, right? Okay.
We'll find out.
Corn dog.
Me, twin number 1. I am playing Juno, the Twilight Domain elf cleric person. Also, quick fun fact, our names are in alphabetical order by character going this way and by player going this way. So, fun fact, I just realized that on the stream.
No way.
Yes, way.
That's so cool.
I'm clipping it.
All right, here, Chrissy, off to you. Or maybe you? I don't know which way it goes.
And on that note, yeah, I'm Chrissy. I'll be playing Ulta, the Swarmkeeper Ranger. Kobold.
Okay, short, sweet, to the point. I love it. All right, and I'm that Magic Juice. I am the dungeon master for this game and shepherd to this lovely clouder. Quick recap of what happened in our last session. So we had Aster in Waterdeep shortly after the incidents and events of the Dragon Vault underneath Waterdeep. Meet with Astriel at the Yawning Portal Tavern and find out some more information about what's going on leading us northbound. Among other things, we learn that there are rumors of half dragons, one of which was confirmed as being seen within Waterdeep, being involved with the cult of the dragon and its various activities around the area. Necromancers from Thay gathering in the far north mountains of the region. We finally have a name for a cult leader, and that is Severin, Severin. And vague notes about something called worm speakers being able to subtly influence dragons beyond bribery and negotiation. And then an actual point, rather just a heading, the Mare of Dead Men as a destination of cult travelers, and the source of what we now know as the Sickening Wood, this sort of sickness that's happening across the forests and wooded areas of the region. Aside from that, we have a bit of housekeeping in the city. Juno and a couple others went to a temple in order to make an offering and commune a little bit with the Moon Weaver. And Ulta goes shopping again for stuff for everybody because she likes to help everybody out in that way when she can. And then we head off north, where we spend our 10-day journey electing to go stealthily rather than integrated with the cult carts themselves. So we're kind of tagging behind and trying to glean information about what's going on with them when we can. When we end up at for lack of a better word, a shack, and we discover a band of orcs we know is led by this Bog Luck, as well as other folks, lizard folk to be exact, and at least one human who was the leader of the caravan ahead of us, all sort of sneaking around at night and unloading some of the carts that we've been following. So, for you guys, did I miss anything, or is there anything else pertinent that you would like to add to that before we get right into it?
No, I don't think so, sir.
All right, not everybody all at once. Yep. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so we ended an evening after observation for most of a day at this shack with a long rest. And we know we have gone through both watches, essentially both halves of this long rest, with no incident until the point that we reach the very end. And Aster, I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
Oh boy, first roll of the night. Let's see if I'm gonna continue to use roll 20 today. 26. All right, there. It's still there.
Okay. Nobody noticed this as it happened. However, immediately upon waking up, you would notice that Seymore is gone.
No, what do you mean? Are there any signs of where he's gone?
Yes. With your 26, you would see tiny little root-shaped footprint tracks going out into the mud westward, farther into the mirror.
God. All right, well, she's gonna panic a little bit. Her plant son just wandered off. Is everyone up at this point or no?
What part of the night is this? Because usually Juno or I am up.
This is at the very end of the long rest. So the long rest has been achieved, but nobody. I took into account your perceptions throughout, and nobody noticed at any point during the rest. But immediately after is when somebody first notices that he is gone.
Everyone,
Okay.
Seymour's gone. The tracks are already there. She points him out. I'm incredibly worried about that, considering isn't that also where the baddies went too? Isn't that same direction?
Ish. I'll keep using the same perception because it was so dang good. The baddies were a little bit to your northwest,
Okay.
still into the mirror, and we can see the map, right? Okay, so I gotta zoom in a little more so we can see, because this is getting a little bit more detailed. So I'll briefly highlight for a second in bright green the mirror itself. Okay, that's the whole thing. The red diamond is where you guys are. I'm gonna scoot it to the side a little bit. You're about right here. Okay, at where the road meets the edge of the mirror. So a little bit to your northwest is where you had heard lizard folk, and seen some torchlight for that matter. And a little bit to the southwest, imagine like a 90-degree angle, northwest one way, southwest the other way. Southwest is where you see the tracks from Seymore start.
All right. Well, she's still in a panic. This is really dangerous for him to go that way. Is there any way that we can follow him? I know we have things to do today.
I mean, I support it. He's one of us.
We could leave Puff here with Jamna. Niffer, you're muted for me.
Hi, sorry.
There you are.
My internet dropped, and so I like muted to panic. Yeah, no, we're going. We're absolutely going to get him. Like, also I forgot that Jamna existed. Again,
Never forget, she is queen.
I have no object permanence, okay? None. But Jamna could probably find Seymore before any of us. Like, Jamna's just that fast.
She's she's like sneaky, but is she like tracky too?
I don't know. Are we tracky? This
I
is
mean,
out of
I carry
character.
a bow. I'm basically a ranger, so
that's something that I can
Get out.
do quite
Aster
well.
absolutely could. I believe Aster could find Seymore.
I really enjoyed that.
Icarus, not so much.
In character, I believe both Ulta and Juno made that face of, what?
Yeah, no.
Basically a ranger.
As far as I'm concerned, you are
All
in
of us
character
did.
until you explicitly say out of character.
Out of character.
My
Jamna.
survival is a +4.
Mine's a +5.
Oh,
Like,
I want to look at
you're
what
a
mine
wisdom
is.
caster. Don't bully me.
Mine's +1. Never mind. I won't make faces when Icarus says he's basically a ranger.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get how he can just uproot himself. Like,
Oh,
we
he's
need a lead
starting
for him.
to. His
But
roots
two,
are
I
starting to become more like feet. Like he can walk. I mean, he was doing that a little bit in Waterdeep when we went to the garden. Remember?
God, they grew up
there's
so
not.
fast.
There's not a lot of time to waste. I think we need to go. I have a bad feeling.
Into the woods.
Into the woods.
Into the woods.
Grandmother's house. Wait a minute.
Into
Into
the
the thick
woods,
of
All right,
it.
delay.
I'm gonna
Let's
try
figure
to
it.
follow these tracks and
Fine.
track him.
Marching through the
Oh
woods.
God.
This is just turning into an Into the Woods
dear
sing along.
Lord.
It's fine.
I was
I'm here
doing
for it.
Backyardigans. I don't know about you.
All right, should I roll a survival for that, or?
Yes, you will do.
All right,
you
cool,
will
cool,
make
cool,
a
cool.
survival roll for tracking. We'll do it at advantage because it sounds like the
Great.
entire group is behind you for it.
That would be fantastic. Yes, that's better. 21.
Okay. Could I have anybody roll 2d5, please? And of course, you'll have to do it in roll 20 because d5 physically does not exist.
That's what you think.
I have a D5.
I don't know how to do it, so someone else can do it. Artemis, get out of here. She's literally just pushing the delete button, hoping my computer shuts off.
I have the best cat.
All right. Oh. Okay. You've got it.
Or is that the cat typing?
I tried to do it. It didn't pop
Look
up.
at that. I got you a 5. I'm the best.
All right.
I don't know if that's actually good.
That's
We need
one
one
for
more.
Ulta.
It's not working for me. I don't know what to tell you.
Now we need a second one.
D5.
Yeah.
There you go. 1. Oh, so it's me.
It's
Great.
one for Aster. Okay.
But who's getting what?
All right, Aster. You are unable to see anyone within 10 feet of you. A strange blindness befalls you. You can see objects and space within 10 feet of you, but no creatures. Ulta, That one does not apply. Hold, please.
Does that mean that she can see people further than 10 feet away?
Yep.
It's just like a little bubble of like,
There's
nope.
like this bubble of can't see any people or creatures of any kind within 10 feet of you. Okay, Ulta, you have a... How do we want to flavor this? At some point within this session, you will be able to use this as an action. You know you have the temporary ability one time to be able to, we'll say, cure ailments. That's how I'm going to put that for now.
Okay, sure.
All right.
All right. Well, with that happening, considering the rest of the group is probably close by trying to follow Aster through the swamp, just is going to even start to panic even more. It's like, where did everyone go? Oh my god, I lost them too.
We're right here. Pat, pat.
I don't know where I am.
Hey, Chris, shut up.
Okay, but I don't know what's happening, so it seems.
That's very strange. I can't see any of you. I don't know what's happening.
Can you see Ulta's shadow
Can I?
in whatever existence you're in?
At first glance, you do not.
Okay.
You see nothing, or just not us?
It's not you. Like, I can see the environment. I can see everything. Like,
How many fingers do I have?
she'll kind of back up and like try to like be in a little bit more of an open space. And once she hits that 10-foot threshold, she's like, "That's really strange. I don't understand. But when you all are close, I can't see you.
As soon as you finish that
This is
sentence,
strange."
Aster, you are going to have this snap in your mind, and it's so strong. It's as if on one hand, it's as if a memory is just slamming you like a massive log right in the forehead, and on the other hand, it's a flashback. It has this combined mental and physical effect on you, and you'll remember that until the point you had met Icarus and Ulta before heading to Greenest with your assignments, you'll recall extremely vivid, horrifying dreams of apocalyptic events. Sometimes it's wreathed in fire. Sometimes it's drowning in poisonous gas. Sometimes it's swimming through acid. Sometimes it's being struck over and over and over by lightning. But the result is always the same: apocalyptic event. You haven't had this dream since Greenest, but it hits you in one instance over and over and over and over again, as if it was making up for all the time that you'd not had this dream, this vision. But differently from all instances past, you'll freeze at the end of one of them on poison and acid. And for a moment, you'll see this image of branches, a wall of branches and brush opening up to you, and this green and black cloud poofing out with a quiet voice that just whispers, "Help me."
Do I see the direction that or like have an idea of like the direction that voice is coming from?
At the moment it happened, it was as if you were standing right in front of
Okay.
this happening. But Also, when that happens, so Astra will like fall to her knee for just a second at the shock of this. Juno and Icarus, you're gonna have this slight electric jolt, like static electricity, and have this feeling of a tingle in your magic, pointing farther southwest, the same direction you're going already.
That's peculiar. Does anyone else feel that? Like a pull?
With this pull, do I feel bad vibes? Can I vibe check
Vibe
this?
check.
Yeah,
this
you can.
pull?
You can
Can I
insight
insight check it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Give me those vibes. 15 plus 13, 28, sir.
13? When did that happen?
When I went to level 8 and I
Oh,
chose to have
shit.
expertise in insight.
That's my wife.
Okay.
I'm just like peering with creepy eyes down this
With your
hole.
creepy eyes, see, you're like this.
What do your
Holy-
elf eyes see?
I
Except
see the
it's
soul of
vibes.
the earth.
It's not like a red sun rises. It's more like, hello, I can see into your spirit and essence.
Holy shit. Okay. Without a doubt, you sense a struggle of pure good versus pure evil. And the I guess, is there anything in particular you're trying to glean from this vibe check?
If I'm getting pure good and pure evil, I kind of want a vibe check to feel like if this is something related to the cult or brought around by the cult. Maybe something to do with dragons, but more in the lines of like, is this something like what LSAO has talked to me about, or similar to something I felt when my dad was killed? So trying to
Remind me what LSAO has talked to you about that you're referencing?
about how they were in the cults and then they got out of the cult and then everything went really bad because their family was destroyed by the cult.
Okay.
And they barely escaped, and now they're the love of my life.
Okay.
But everything prior to that.
Okay. You know that it would be incredibly difficult to try and get an actual feeling about that sort of thing, having only heard about it. However, you do have such a deep personal connection with LSAO, and have discussed those experiences and what they've meant, what they've felt like, how they've impacted them time and time again over a long relationship together. So you would definitely get the vibe cult related, yes, though it's vague.
I'm getting a vaguely conflicted vibe. Could be good, could be absolute evil.
Meanwhile, since I feel the pulls of my magic, I'm like, Corey's telling me this. It must be right. And she's like thinking about it, questioning it. I'm like, I believe.
In any case, like Aster gets off of her knee and just starts like rushing in that direction still. It's like, we have to go.
I would like to trudge the swamp carefully, Aster. Things are in swamps.
And
Watch your
perhaps some
step.
stuff too.
Like
Also, if you fall in, you'll smell.
alligators and sticky, dirty swamp floor. You can only press the digitation so much.
It's true. Remember the sewer? It's like that, but different.
The feeling never leaves, even if the smell does.
Yes. I will follow behind Aster though.
Yeah, we going.
Yeah, leave no man behind. We're booking it.
Like,
Okay.
honestly,
Safely
yeah, she's-
booking it. You keep saying
Yeah.
booking it, but I would like to point out that Juno is
Booking with
safely
caution.
booking it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Keeping her
um,
eyes out for
And
things.
Chase.
I will also put my shifting feature towards this. So I do have advantage on tracking checks, and nothing can surprise me as long as I'm not incapacitated.
And as
Okay.
long as it's further than 10 feet away from you.
That too.
Aster's
Well,
on high alert. Okay, and that feature is nothing can surprise you. You do not have to be able to see it in order for that to apply. So that works out. Okay, so make another survival check, please. That'll be at advantage with that.
all right. Natural 20.
Nice.
Woo!
All right. After just a couple of minutes of knowing you are on the right track, you even lose the little, I'll call them root prints of Seymore. You know you're on the right track. You know you're going in the right direction. It's most likely that just the amount of water that's happening in this trudge through this incredibly wet, swampy area is getting deeper and deeper as you go. Basically, yup, just like that in our little group chat, up to basically knee. And actually, for Ulta, we're getting up to like waist torso level for you, where everybody else would be like knee to thigh level as you're trudging through this. But eventually you get to a point where Aster, almost as if it just appeared, as if you've just gone through a veil that was hiding this. At one point, you just see this green, black, smoky, oozing opening in the thick of the trees in front of you.
This is it, and it's not good. Is there like any semblance of the voice that I heard that I can kind of like see and see who that might have been, or like what can I like discern from this door and everything? The curtain.
Yeah, let's have you make an investigation or perception check. That'll be your choice.
All right. It's also advantage on wisdom checks. I misspoke. So yeah, let's do that. Perception. Same roll though. 26.
26. Okay. Yeah, there's no doubt that this is the very connection you were meant to, or that you were called to. Who it is. It's not someone that you are directly familiar with, though you feel a strong, ingrained connection. It has something, and again, this is vague, despite how strongly this feeling is for you. It's vague, it's connected to your upbringing, it's connected to your past, it's connected to your training. But you don't know who or what exactly it is.
Okay. I think she would call out. She'd just be like, hello?
There is no response.
I don't understand. And this place feels like sickly, right? It doesn't feel very like healthy, at least in comparison to the rest of the swamp, right?
Do you remember the point that you had observed a small instance of the sickness on the road?
Mm-hmm.
It feels exactly like that, but extremely concentrated and potent.
Okay. I think that she is going to cast Aura of Life. And just try to, in a very similar way of giving that positive energy to take out the negative in that last instance, going to try to do that again.
Okay. Okay, so you're concentrating on that. You have it for up to 10 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the immediate time frame, you can see, would you say that you are standing close enough that you know that the radius of this would affect, like, immediately where this opening is, or would you be just outside that?
I think she would make absolutely sure that this is in the radius.
Okay. So you would see that for a brief moment, the radius seems to, like, push this smoky fog away for just a moment. And then some of it starts to creep into the first contact point. And then it almost, like, the smoke itself almost forms into points, like roots, and tries to essentially grow into it. But it maintains its form, and for you, it's feeling.
Same thing is happening, everyone. It's worse though. Whatever energy you can give, the Force would appreciate it.
Juno, upon hearing that, will also bamf out some aura of life.
Nice. Okay. Where relative to Aster would you say you're standing when you do this?
I think she would want to help, like, cover up more surface area. So scoot a little bit. Make a Venn diagram where they kind of meet in the middle and overlap just a little bit, but for the most part off in her own land area. But getting kind of closer, but not necessarily the doorway. If Aster is directly in front where the door is, Juno would come along to the outside.
Okay. You're going to have a similar effect happen. Although over time you'd see that it's kind of the same pace, but clearly Aster's aura had a head start, so to speak. So these roots of black and green smoke, so to speak, are starting to itch across the ground into Aster's aura and get a little bit more defined, and the lines around them will become less faded, and then the same process will start with yours.
Aster, do we think these roots are worthwhile? Should we be expanding these?
The most I can do is I'm going to cast Heroism, which is my good vibes, on Heck herself. Or not Heck, sorry, wrong person.
Heck.
On Aster herself. So it will stop her from being feared and give, like, 10 hit points, but it's kind of like the idea more than the legitimacy of the spell itself. But kind of try to reinforce her, well, this seems like more her journey that she's fighting than mine.
Okay, so how many temporary hit points does she get?
Five.
Nice. All right, I'll mark it.
I have no cool aura, but I have a thing called life transference. Does that help? That sounds like it could help.
Is that where you
I
give
mean-
your life to other things?
Maybe? Shut
Yeah,
up.
and you get and whatever
Shut up,
you
I'm-
give it to gets double whatever damage you take.
Yep. Don't worry, I'm the tanky one. It's fine. You
It
don't-
seems like that could either help a lot or hurt a lot.
Well, if you're in the aura, you actually do regain hit points, I think. Maybe.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
stand in
look-
the aura.
Yeah, if we're trying to give good vibes, I feel like this is the only good vibe I have.
Please stand in the middle of our Venn diagram.
I will. I will stand in the middle of the Venn diagram.
Does
But-
it feel like these roots that we're saying are a good or a bad thing? Like, do I
Yeah,
have
are we
a vibe of
resurrecting the
that?
bad tree?
I would like to vibe check.
Also, I don't know if my spell will actually work because I have to mend another creature's injuries. And I don't know if
Well,
this
nobody's been
counts.
injured.
No, but like the earth.
Oh,
You
know,
know.
I'm down with the creativity behind that. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, go for it.
Okay.
What is the spell name again?
Life transference.
Let me bleed on you, ground.
Not exactly, but okay. It's up to you if you want to let that contribute at all. Just ask for help, and this is all I know how to do.
Okay. Don't spend the spell slot.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk out loud for 2 seconds because I know that I don't know if I've blended rulings like this before or not. So correct me if I'm saying something that's inconsistent with what I've done before. But because that spell specifies a creature as a target, I'm gonna say that Eliseo would know that it should not work.
Okay. That's why I was asking.
Okay. So save the spell slot.
I will.
Um,
I can counterspell whatever's wrong. That's all I got.
Yeah, like I think
you would know that a spell has not been cast, like at least not in the time that you would be able to react to it to use counterspell.
I know. I'm being a butt.
No, you're not. Well, if you are trying to be a butt, then but from my perspective, like I'm appreciating the creativity of
Yeah.
trying to help.
Yeah,
So
I'm trying to help. I'm a time wizard.
Yeah.
I do things in the past and the future, not really in the current moment.
yeah. So in seriousness though, Jesus, words are hard apparently tonight. Eliseo, you would know with full confidence with the tools available to you, you are incapable, at least with those options, of doing something in this moment that could help in the way
That's
that you're
valid.
thinking.
Hey, L, hear me out. You do those juju time things.
Did you
What if you
just?
could, like, slow the decay or like haste the heal? Because those don't say target a creature.
Yes,
I mean,
actually, the
that is
text
also
of haste does in fact target a creature. Go back to school.
Also, did you just call them L?
Yeah, like L, like Eliseo. I was trying to.
I
think
would
of-
like to cast slow on Icarus, please.
I'm already slow. Please no. I'm just trying to be creative here. You know, that's literally my job. You know, as the musical one here.
That aside,
Okay, I did not forget about the vibe check that somebody was going for the smoky roots, right?
yeah. Oh, should I do an insight on that, or is like?
Well, Juno was the one that was calling for it, so I'm gonna
okay,
have
cool.
them make an insight check.
(11 + 13, 24.
Okay, you're getting a more pointed, like it's coming from here now, as well as everything behind it, sense of that conflict of good and bad. It's as if you might even get the vibe that someone or something is in conflict with itself.
I'm getting the impression that someone or something might be in conflict with itself.
I don't know what that.
I
that means.
cast
It's not replying
therapy?
back.
Does someone want to go inside by chance?
I'll do it.
Sure. No. You're slowed. Make a wisdom save.
I'll do it with my new dice.
Great.
Well, I don't even want to know the bonus. It's a 2 + 2.
Your speed is halved. Get out.
What was that for?
Yeah, are we all going in?
I'm staying outside,
Yeah. Do you
letting
need to
these roots come towards me still.
Yeah. Do you need
'Cause
to
we've got
stay to
10
keep the
minutes.
Venn diagram up, or?
Oh,
If you want to move towards the house, Aster,
Yeah.
at least your life or the aura could go with you.
Mm-hmm.
could we
That's what I was thinking.
walk as like a moving safety zone through it? Like push through it while in the bubble?
That's, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't want you all going into harm's way when I can't really do anything from out here.
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself and then go.
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna do that thing.
Because it's not centered on us, so we need to like move as a group, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you'll all move with Aster. I'll stay outside. Ulta, you can go either way.
I'll stay with you.
Sounds good.
So we had 3 going in and 2 staying. Okay, I'll need a
That's what it
marching
sounds
order for
like.
the 3, please.
First.
I'll go second.
Okay.
Is
Um,
Hyacinth frozen?
No, I was like, am I the third person?
Yes.
You are the 3rd, yes.
Sorry.
Okay, you're slowed, so you're
I
good.
wanted to be
Definitely
the
going
person,
third.
But Juno had the bubble, which threw me off because I was like, am I?
Aster also has the bubble.
Mhm.
Okay.
We both have bubbles.
It's a Venn diagram. We
Yes.
got this.
And
I
I'm
will
not
go.
sure if I missed it or if there was never actually a conclusion made. What was the verdict on Jamna?
God, jeez.
I thought we left her back there with Puff.
That's what I thought.
Right.
Okay.
I thought she
That
was
way
not
I don't have to
presently
remember about
here.
Puff either.
Well, because Puff can also let us know faster than Jamna probably can if something goes amiss up there.
Right.
Okay. So Jamna is there. She would have agreed to that plan. So we had Eliseo first, Aster second, Icarus third. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit more theater of the mind happening. You go through this. It'll actually feel like a thin curtain. This black and green smoky curtain, so to speak. And as soon as each one of you completely crosses the threshold, it'll shrink a little bit. One person, it'll go down from about 10 feet wide to 8. And then another person, it'll shrink down to about 6. And then another person, it'll shrink down to about 4 or 5. And the 3 of you will see on the other side a narrow hallway leading into a sharp opening on the right with a green glow being emitted from the inside. Everything around you is this complete wall of branches and roots and trunks of trees. People on the inside of this, what would you like to do right away upon seeing this?
Not touch the walls. And go towards the green light.
I agree, but I'm also taking a back burner because I know I like to touch things I'm not supposed to.
Your speed is halved anyways. You're coming in way behind us.
Oof.
Just fully gets eaten by the trees because
Yep.
I'm
Because you
slow.
couldn't run away fast enough. Sorry.
Yeah, let's go towards the light. What's
Okay.
going on?
I'll drop concentration on slow. You'll be able to catch up with us.
Okay. While that's happening, let's shift back to those of you outside. A few seconds have passed. Ulta and Juno. Juno, as soon as both of you would see this. As soon as Aster and the radius of her aura had completely passed the threshold, you would have seen like some of these tentacle root-like smoke pieces follow and then kind of detach and dissipate back into the curtain that is in front of you. Those that were sort of trickling toward Juno's aura remain, and really don't change pace or volume at all.
Hello, Root. What is wrong with you? Trying to be like Aster and communicate with plants. I have no ability to do that, but I'm trying.
Notably, nothing happens in response.
Excellent. Well, hopefully we hear them if they scream, I suppose.
Yeah, Ulta will just be like getting as close as possible to the root without touching it. And like looking at it and trying to just inspect it and see it.
Okay, make an investigation check, please. Okay. In line with how it looked in the first place, it's really difficult to like make out really what this is. But you know, up close and personal, it looks like a quickly growing tree root. But then the next second it looks like a branch. And then the next second, well, what's really the difference between the two? And how they look. So it's kind of blurring the line, but there's no mistaking the fact that it looks like a growing plant aspect. And it's kind of this phasing between blacks and grays and the shades in between them. Let's quickly flip to those of you inside. I'm gonna do like a semi-initiative thing, because the way things are, I can't really put anything in front of your faces just yet. But we'll just kind of go down the line. So, Eliseo, as the one in front, you said you're going toward the green light, right?
Yes.
So you'll take a few steps forward and see around this ridge in front of you, and this opens up into a larger chamber. And you can see that you're sort of at the top of a decline that splits two ways in front of you. You can see both directions, and immediately in front of you is a sharp drop off into what you could swear is a green pond. And off to your right is a pile of bones.
How big of bones?
Perception check.
Okay. Just want to point out I'm like the only non-wisdom person here, and that's fine.
I'm not.
14.
You'd be able to see even from this distance that it is a myriad of different creatures' bones. Some very large, and others very small. Hard to tell from here if it's because they're like broken up and splintered or that sort of thing. But at least from this distance, you can tell various creatures, all in one pile.
Not just one person died there. It's like, oh, a lot of people have died here.
Perhaps.
I don't feel like that's a good omen.
Vibe check the GM, please.
Okay, so hearing this,
Yeah.
Yep,
and seeing
Aster,
the
you're up next.
pond,
Yeah. You still can't see me, so I'll be like, I stopped. Hang on.
oh,
So that you don't
perfect.
bump
I
into
didn't even think
me.
about that. I need to write that down.
Look over there. There's potentially a lot of bones over here. Hypothesis on cause of death over there?
I choose acid pool over bones.
Well, I look at the pool. Is there
can-
anything moving in the pool?
Have you considered that the bones came because of the acid pool, though?
Yes.
We are
Maybe,
also in the
but
mirror of dead men.
Yeah,
You can
So-
make an
Yeah, did anyone
investigation
stop
check
to
for
think
that,
about
Aster.
why?
I would love to do that.
Okay.
Let's investigate that real fast. Not at advantage. Normal roll, please. Standing beyond. 22.
Okay. You do not see that anything is moving within the small pool. However, out of the corner of your eye and in the like incredible focus that you have, you will see Seymore standing up at the sort of other end of this pile of bones as if he had been checking it out himself.
Seymore, did you make these bones? Sorry. That was out of character.
You can quickly react to that before we go to Icarus.
Yeah, she won't rush up to him, but she is going to start like carefully making her way in his direction. Seymore, what's going on?
Okay, we'll pause there for Aster and Icarus. This is happening now. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look towards the acid pit and go, seems favorable, but I'm gonna look towards the bones and be like, but if LSAO taught me anything, I can be smart here. I would like to get a little bit closer and see if I can notice anything a little bit more about the bones, like use this medicine skill I have for like a cause of death, if there is any obvious one. But also, they're old bones, so I don't know if I'll be able to tell by the bones alone, but who knows?
Okay. Precisely how close to the edge of the pile of bones in feet would you like to get?
Well, how far is the edge of the circle protecting my life?
Right now it's about 30 feet away from you.
Yeah,
at Aster. Yeah.
I will get close to the bones. I will go 5 feet away from the bones.
Okay, so that'll put you within the aura still, but you're at arm's length at least away from this thing. So medicine check, please.
Oh my goodness, where is this time? 9. I have real dice and I didn't use them. Why did I do that?
9. Okay. Yeah, the best you can get is basically confirmation that there are like this thing that may look like a femur probably doesn't go with this thing that looks like part of a hand, that sort of thing. Basically confirming that you've got several different creatures remains in this pile.
I would like to make it seem more convincing though, and make a deception check to make it look like I'm making intelligent thoughts. Like, oh, that there, and
if you're doing interplayer stuff, I'm all for just role playing it out. I don't like random chance having a hand in interplayer roleplay, so I say just go for it.
Well, it was a 27.
My insight is only +1, so dang it. You said if LSAO taught me anything, and I was proud of you.
I'm deception, no.
Anyways.
Okay.
So the pond is what's glowing, yes?
The pond is what's glowing, and that's going to bring us out to Juno and Ulta for a minute. It's been 15-20 seconds or so not a whole lot of time, but you have not been able to hear anything since everybody's gone in, and visually nothing seems really all that different.
Ulta would probably not do much unless she heard something or Juno said, hey, I'm heading in. So she would probably just be sitting there, like, watching to see if anything changed or anything like that.
Ulta, why do you suppose this is called the Mirror of Dead Men? Have you seen any?
Not yet, but I'm assuming we'll get there.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's down here. And she'll just kind of like reach down into the swamp to see if she can find any bones in the swamp. And just see what her hand gets.
Sure. Roll a d20.
Zombies! Wait.
If there's zombies, I'm out.
3.
You find one small fragment of what you would definitely know is a bone. It'd be really hard to tell what it is. It's definitely a piece of a bone.
I'll just show that.
And we're just standing in bone soup.
Yep.
I want to be done now.
All right, well, no screaming yet. I suppose we could scoot a little bit closer so we're closer to the door at least.
Sure.
Juno will move closer to the door, scooting her aura with her until the 10 minutes are up. I think once those 10 minutes are up, that's when she would consider going inside after them. Be like,
Okay.
Oh, it's gone. Time to not be here.
Okay. Sounds good. Back to inside crew. Aster, Icarus, Eliseo. What's happening now?
Oh, look, I found a bone or two. Bone.
Yeah, we know. There's a whole pile right in front of you.
No. Bone or two.
You're like being too subtle for the mic to point out the pun that you're making. What?
A bone or two. Never mind. It's fine.
Okay.
Anyway,
Moving on.
very, very astute. Has Seymore indicated that he's seen us at all, or like is like trying to like show us like what's going on?
Not yet.
Hey,
Can we like
get
say,
a little
hey, Seymore?
closer. Yeah, like Seymore.
Okay, yeah, when you do that, he'll stop this sort of like floaty looking around and then like look at you and do this sort of thing and quickly waddle over and like brush at your leg, Aster, and point. He'll point at the bones with his other branch arm
Can she see
and
it
then
though?
like look up at you.
She can't
Oh,
see
you
it
can't,
though.
you
I
can't see
can't.
it. So the rest of you
He
can
disappears.
He
but
disappears
I
within
can
10
like
feet.
feel the
So you can
thing, but
feel
I
the
don't know where
brushing
he's
and this
pointing.
tugging, and the rest of you can see this happening, and Seymore like looks up at Aster.
Oh, Mom's ignoring him.
This curse is making me a bad parent.
I don't have.
I'll just kind of maybe come up and place a hand on Aster's back and kind of pivot her in the right direction
Okay,
to where
thank you.
Seymour's pointing and give
Because
just
I
a
don't know.
little helpful just push like that way.
All right, so is he pointing me like
Is he,
towards the pool, basically?
are we sure it's like acid pool? Like, is this going to eat skin if we step into it?
I didn't make the nature check. I just looked at it.
It's radioactive. Like, it's gotta be. It's glowing. I'm concerned.
If I look at this water, what kind of water does it look like? Acid or water?
Drink it. I dare you. Don't actually. That was out of character.
I'm going to try to be intelligent first.
Thank you. Good job.
So are you checking it out?
I mean, I will.
Yeah, do
Okay.
you want to, or do you want the actual intelligence person to check it out?
Well, it could be nature, and then you'd be used. Wait, that's still intelligence.
Yeah, what were you saying?
I quit.
I mean, a very good way to figure this out. You know, this is basically lined by like sticks and everything. So like Aster
Yeah.
will just like take one of the roots or sticks and
Yeah.
like just kind of stick it
I guess we just
into the
gotta
pool.
poke it with a
Does
stick.
it burn?
Okay. Yeah. So you might notice that there aren't very many like free sticks and twigs. It's
Nope.
oddly clean for an area that's so saturated by that, but you'd be able to find like a small one at least. And if you dip it into this pool and pull it out and look at it, then yes, you would see after a few seconds it slowly sort of wilts and almost melts in front of you.
Oh boy.
Yes, so don't touch
do
that.
we need to get across it at all? Like, is there a
that-
reason for us to be going past it?
Good question. No. So at this point, you
Okay.
would have had to go down one of the downward slopes. You were sort of at the apex of a small hill, only 10 feet or so in height, and it took this U shape, this shoehorn shape around both sides of this pond, and it's essentially a donut that you're in, which you started at the high point, and then the hills going around the sides, and they meet around the center that is this small pond. And you can see that there's a pathway that continues off to the east. To the north, there's a particularly thorny, rigid and sharp section of the branches. It's slightly different from everything else. And then to your northwest, there is a tiny, tiny, tiny opening that you can see a slightly brighter light emanating through.
Those directions are very nice. Can I get a picture drawn on Roll20 or like written down? Because I
Yes.
can't visualize that well.
I will do that while we shift out
Thank
again
you.
to Juna and Ulta. I'm going to say by now it's been about 5 minutes.
It can be a very crappy drawing, or it can be a typed out description. Just, I need to be able to see it.
What do you suppose is happening in there? It doesn't look that big.
My concern is if we also go in, then it closes. And then they can't get out.
It's a good concern to have.
But also, if it closes and we're not with them,
Also
then we're
terrifying.
Here, yeah, you know.
I don't really have the equipment to break through a tree. Need like an axe for that, and I've only got a hammer.
Got
Maybe just wiggle through the cloth that's in the doorway and just kind of hang out in there and see if you can see him. And if you get
Like-
sucked in, I'll just come right in after you.
Okay. Ulta will put half of her body, the top half. She will lean forward, but not step fully in.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
God bless.
For what?
This is how people get chopped in half.
No,
I have a +7 in my dex too.
you have
This is
an
bullshit.
advantage,
Okay, just kidding.
just in case. I'm just scared.
I'll take a 17.
Okay. You pop your head in, and for a brief moment, you're going to see this narrow hallway outlined by, or it's essentially a tunnel, outlined by roots, branches. That's the best you can make out of it. And then at the moment you start to come back, as if to come out, you feel something close around your waist and thrust you inward. Juno, all you see is what looks like Ulta jumped.
Oh,
He said
fuck no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait for you. Immediately doesn't.
Many thoughts, head empty. Oh no.
Okay. I love Cornod's like thinking. Like
Just a
gestures,
buffering
yeah.
circle.
There's just
This
a
is very
rainbow spinning wheel of doom right here. Hold please.
I'm gonna let Juno think about that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Panic. Back to the inside crew now, plus Ulta. You would actually, after that point, be able to hear your other friends talking with each other just around the corner. That's right in front of you. So the rest of you, what's happening?
I want to follow the light.
I like to turn around and cast the message spell and send it to my sister and just be like, "Don't come in. It's highly dangerous."
You think I'm gonna let you have all the fun?
These
Will it just
messages,
be the magic that comes back.
These messages, as they're happening, they sound muffled. And you can only make out most of the words.
No.
You'd be able to make out enough that like message received and you'd understand, but it's clear that they are muffled, they're unclear.
I'm
no.
losing it.
He's underground.
I have no cell service here.
Just sound like the awful static message that means you don't know what's happening, but it sounds awful. I'm gonna. That's it.
So Juno, you said you think you're gonna have all the fun.
Oh, yeah, I said I don't, or you think I'll let you have all the fun.
But he heard it as, I'll have all the fun.
Oh, yes. Even better.
Okay, so message sent and received. Aster, what's happening for you?
I'll concur. I think we should follow the light, and she'll like collect Seymore now that like he's here, and like either put him back on the staff, or if he wants to just walk with us or something, just to like keep him nearby, and like definitely like give him like a little hug.
Okay,
because I'm very happy he's back.
So when you try to put him back on the staff, you won't be able to see this, but you'll be able to feel it, and everybody else in here can see that he essentially like swats it away, and you can feel him like struggling. Right. He's wiggling like we need to go.
I'm too big for my car seat, Mom. Put me down.
Okay.
Okay, and LSAO.
Stay near me, please.
I wanna investigate the brighter light, because I didn't hear no golem saying don't follow it here, so.
Okay, you can make an investigation check.
I love investigation. Thank you. Give me a loading screen. Hang on. Math. 16.
Okay. You're getting.
Yes.
You notice for the first time that the air around you feels dense, and like humid.
Yeah, like sticky. Like,
yeah.
Ooh,
mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So, but when you get close to this crevice and poke your head in to be able to visually see more, you can feel this sort of refreshing air coming through it toward you. And the bright light on the other side, it's really difficult to actually see all the way through, but you can see buds of flowers.
Huh. Gee, if only I had a tiny creature to like shove through here to look for me. But no, the one time I remember, we left it with a different plot.
Ulta, what's happening for you?
When I turn around to see where I just fell through, do I just see like a wall?
What you see is the very same as everything else around you, this complete mangling wall of roots and branches.
All right, well then she will turn and walk in the only direction she apparently can see.
All right, you are, after just a few feet, going to be able to see on one side LSAO peering through this crevice in a wall ahead of you, and then toward the other direction, Aster and Icarus and Seymore sort of struggling. Aster and Seymore are sort of like struggling with each other a little bit, and then Icarus is there as well, just outside of this pool of green that's 10 feet downward.
Yeah, she will just kind of move closer towards Aster, and we found him, so that means we're getting the fuck out of here, right?
Elsa, you're in here too. Very strange. Yes, I think getting out of here as soon as possible would be a very good idea.
There are flowers
there's-
through here, though.
There's something wrong here.
Yeah.
Acid. Flower. Okay, look at them. Like, what kind of
Come
flowers
here and look at
are
this.
these? Yeah.
You're better at nature than me.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Yeah, that's true. I do actually have +5 to nature, so I might be good.
I also have, or no, I have +7. Never mind.
Oh, okay. You are better at nature than me. Come here. Follow the sound of my voice.
Yeah,
Well,
basically.
you can
little blind
see them
person.
until you get within 10 feet.
Until I get within 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Can I discern what kind of flowers these are?
You can make a nature check. This is going to be
Alright.
difficult because you're peering through a very thin crevice.
But I've helped to be like,
22.
look, there are flowers.
Okay. It's you know it's really difficult to tell, but you could swear that between the color and size of the flowers themselves, some of them buds and some of them have actually opened. It's as if an entirely different environment is on the other side. Different from this dense, warm, moist environment that you're experiencing over here. Yep, I said it.
Oh, moist. Is there like
make any
space to stand over there?
That you would be able to see at least the tiny bit that you can see. It looks like it, yeah.
I potentially have a very dumb idea.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Juno, we're about at the point that your aura, is running out very, very soon, if not imminently. What's happening for you?
Juno is going to reach into her Mary Poppins bag of weapons and pull out a hand axe and check and see if this gives me Gimli in the forest vibes. If this thing reacts to my hand axe being in my hand, and then I'm going to cast light on it.
Okay. Your passive perception is pretty good. So unless you're looking for anything specific, you would see with a fair amount of confidence that nothing seems to react to it in any way.
I'm going to look at the tree, roots, stick things, and be like, I will cut you. And then I'm just gonna walk inside with my lit up axe.
Okay.
I don't want them touching me. There's no consent for touching. I will cut them if they touch me.
Okay, well, because you went through completely and intently, no touching happens.
No touching.
And you're going to see this narrow tunnel of branches and roots ahead of you. And I think that is a perfect opportunity for our first break of the evening. And we will come back with everybody in the midst of this investigation of our mysterious deep forest thing. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Hello.
Are we in the right spots?
We are in
We
the
are.
right spots. I just wanted to get if anybody has a reactions live to shifting here.
Yes! So ready for this.
Oh,
Nature dungeon.
This looks like a battle map.
Oh my god, it is like an inch long.
I wonder why
Told
this
you it's a
one is not
phenomenally
loading.
bad idea.
Hold, please.
No.
It's thinking about it.
Come on, roll 20. You can do it. I believe.
Oh, that's why. Always got to mess something up, right?
That's my motto.
Sorry, chat. 1 second. It's roll 20. That's the first problem. Sometimes, yes,
Yeah.
but more often than not, it's me.
I'm just real intrigued by why this acid seems to be like spilling out of the pool and like starting to do its own thing.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's no.
I'm just very disturbed by the fact that the one skeleton kind of looks like a horse skeleton, and I really don't like that.
We are going to attribute that to few asset availability.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So yeah, or
That or a
small
centaur
number
adventure
of
was
asset
down here.
availability.
Creatures or like a direwolf, maybe I'd buy that for a moment.
Here
That's
we
just
are,
some, like
chat.
very thick bones.
While we're here, friends, who has the wand of magic missile that we definitely have? Prissy
Oh.
does. Okay.
Okay, good.
I just wanted to make sure we knew where that was.
All right, chat, real quick check because I had a minor technical difficulty there. I just want to make sure somebody in the chat can see the map with all the players and can hear the background music. I can see. I can fight. Okay. Kudos to that reference. Okay, thank you guys. All right, this is where we're at for all of you. So you can see that the overall look here is very green and dimly lit, save for this tiny opening over by Aster and Eliseo that Ulta is now near as well. So we don't have to do the back and forth thing anymore. So far as we obviously give each other ample time and opportunity to do and say things, of course. So here we are. Have at it. Let me get back to the rolls. There we go.
I like how I'm
So-
casually on the other side of the pond.
Well, yeah, you were looking at the bones last we heard.
Oh, true.
Mhm.
I just
And this down here is like the little spot, like where everything was like sharp and pointy, right?
That is over here.
Oh,
Whoops.
Then what's that?
Are you seeing that ping?
yeah, I saw that thing.
Over here is the sharp and pointy.
Yeah.
Over here is the bones.
Mm-hmm.
Over here is the small opening that you all are at.
Mm-hmm.
This, in all honesty, I failed to describe as you came in here. It's just another area. At first glance, it's another area that has like this pile of decaying, glowing slush, essentially.
Slush?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's frozen acid?
It's fluid.
Mmm,
Kinda
that's a
bubbly.
gelatinous cube. Nobody go towards it. Just gonna nope.
Just some pudding on the walls.
Just some pudding.
Well, yeah, it would be very hard to get everyone through here. I feel like I could transform into something small enough. to
Yeah,
go
I
through,
have
but there's probably
potentially-
a better way to go around.
I potentially have a one-way ticket in there. So if it's just a chamber and there's no other door, no promises. Or I can pull Puff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth taking Puff away from Gemna?
That I don't know. I feel like we should try to go around first before we start using everything we can to just get through this small opening.
I mean, it's not everything we have. But okay.
But yeah, she'll go over to.
We came in through here. Where'd we come in? We came in through here.
You came in through here where Juno still is.
Oh.
Yeah, there's another. Yeah, there's an
can't
opening
see
to the
Juno.
right that just wasn't as well lit and doesn't have like the little light shining through like this
Yeah.
spot. So yeah, Aster will go over to like the sharp and like pointy stuff, like the particularly sharp and pointy stuff. Like, just kind of look at it and like see if there's anything going on with it. Like, I don't know, is there anything like behind that area that I can see, or is it just a particularly rough spot and there's nothing to hide?
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
All right. Whoop. Great, 9.
It's extremely thick and pointy. I said what I said.
Cool.
I might have missed it. This over here is how wide and how long?
It's inches wide. You would have a hard time fitting through. Everyone else it would just like straight up not be able to. The length of it is about 15 feet or so before it opens up into that broader area you can see on the other side.
Ulta will turn to those standing near her and say, I can cast gaseous form on me, or I guess one of you, and we can just head that way to see what it is, if only one of us wanted to go.
I have a one-way ticket there, easy enough. It's just a matter of getting back would be my only issue. So,
The gaseous form sounds like a really good idea.
yeah.
I can get myself in one other one way with my Misty Step.
Hey, and I can get my... No, you can't take somebody with you on Misty Step.
I'm a Spring Eladrin.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, so
I'm
you
still
take
hearing the
me over
problem
there
of
with
one
your
way.
Misty Step, and then I'll Misty Step myself out, and you can just be stuck there.
Perfect.
Sounds like fair. Oh, wait.
Wait. It'd be very on brand of you to not realize that not everyone's Misty Step takes another person. So you're like, oh yeah, I got this. Grab Eliseo, and Eliseo would just be like, okay, bye, and leave you.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Let's-
get back and forth fairly easy.
We have a lot of options, is what I'm hearing.
I
Which
mean,
means,
for scouting, it seems fair, right?
do we want to let Aster? It looks like Aster's on a lead there, though. Do we want to see what she finds? Maybe that whole wall is just like fake, and she'll just pull it down, and then we can walk right through, though.
It looks like a bunch of sharp things to me. I'm not seeing too much.
Is it like regular sharp things or like magic sharp things?
Unclear. I'm not sure.
I'll poke it with my stick.
You can make an Arcana or Investigation check.
Oh. Okay.
Also, feel free to move as you please. So if you're going to do that,
yep.
you'd be right there, right?
Ooh. I'm not stuck on the grids. I'm free. Sorry. Freedom of movement.
Free falling.
Okay. Can I'll come up and just poke the things with I'll poke the thorns with my quarterstaff just to see if there's a response or anything from behind Aster. Also still giving her a heads up of like, okay, coming behind.
Yeah. Exactly. Like as you're going into my periphery, I see you
Just gonna scoot past you right there.
Oh. All of us Midwesterners here.
What was the result, and which one did you choose to roll?
Math is hard. 14 investigation.
Okay.
Pokey poke.
You can tell that it has a mix of magical and natural properties.
Love that.
But yeah, you can't really figure out if it's just like how this is, or is it a wall, or is it an intended opening? You're not really able to tell.
I'll like look expectantly at Aster to be like, oh, what do you think about that? Like not saying anything, and then realize she can't see me. Just...
She's just looking around, not even knowing that you're looking at her.
Okay. Kind of bit of both is what I'm getting from this. Do we want to try and pass it? Do we want to go to the light room?
open path down this, right? Isn't there like just an open pathway over here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's away from the pretty flowers.
I do.
Could wrap around.
That's
Flower
true.
Cavern must be important. Like everything feels guided by the hand of the gods. You know? Or
Although all the bones are over on this side of the room, which means there's probably something interesting if I asked her.
yeah, there's that slush which we don't want to go near, so I'd rather go by the flowers than the slush.
No, there's this path.
Yeah, but they're near each other though. Like the bones are by the slush.
The sludge is down there. The bones are here. The path is up here.
It's all approximate, okay? I don't want to go near the sludge.
It's like a third of the room apart.
Okay, well, if we're doing math here, what is math?
We're not going to get into this.
This is
I'm
all
not
very
teaching you
theoretical.
calculus again. That went so poorly last time.
I'll just follow. I don't know. I just vote flowers because flowers.
Something seems important about this way, even though it looks the most mundane. It's hard to explain.
Mm-hmm.
I trust Aster's gut.
This is more your wheelhouse than ours.
I like how I was like arguing the other way. Out of character. Arguing the other way. Aster says something instead of LSAO. I trust her.
Family. There it is. Yes.
All right.
So yeah, we
I'm
trust
gonna-
you.
I'm gonna go this way, or start heading this way. I'm scared.
You got
We're just walking.
you got your invisible best friends behind you. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
Only
Yeah,
inside 10 feet.
Only within 10 feet.
Okay, you think we're gonna let her wander into a glowing pit without being at least 10 feet near her? Come
I
on.
don't know. I'm just clarifying.
I am going right behind her. I am not letting her get hit.
All right, Aster, you have a winding path of vines, roots, and branches ahead of you.
Yep, just keeping an eye out in the spooky, scary pathway. And this is more Heck talking than Aster,
Spooky,
probably.
scary skeletons.
Aha.
How would Aster feel in this kind of scenario here?
Honestly, I think there might be like a very small pit of fear in her stomach, but she kind of pushes that aside, knowing that Seymore is here and obviously knows something is wrong. This is something that she is meant to do as, an upcoming leader of her people, and that's more important to her than any fear she's had from previous experiences like this.
Okay.
All right, she's walking. Ooh.
All right, so now you've got a bit more ahead of you than just the single winding path. Off to your left a little bit through that sliver, you can see a similar, brighter luminescence than everything else around you. By this point, Juno, Aster, and Icarus. Actually, no, everybody. You would probably have taken note by now that this light around you is definitely not coming from the sun. You have a root branch ceiling above you. So there's essentially a bioluminescent sort of glow happening all around you. And Aster, as you're coming around this corner, you'd be able to see that it is brightest in that westerly, southwesterly direction.
Mm-hmm. I like south. It always feels like going downhill.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to catch up to everyone because I wanted to make sure everyone did their things, but now I am very alone.
Oh no.
No.
We didn't realize.
Hello?
We're so sorry.
I'm gonna shift the view up here real quick. There we go. All right, we have a fork to the north going east and west. And then we have this brighter area with, now you can clearly see, Aster, flowers to your southwest.
Always follow
Query
the light.
real quick. Is my hand axe still lit?
It is.
Is it dimmer in here than it was outside?
It is not. Let's have you emitting bright light.
Ooh.
I'm gonna reach a hand up to Aster's shoulder whenever she passed by me originally, and I'm going to say, I have a feeling this is your path, but know we are behind you, and I will give her inspiration for whenever she may need it.
Perfect. What die is that?
I haven't been a bard in so long. Let me look.
You're
Been a
level
bard the whole
4
time.
bard,
Eight?
so I think it's still a
Oh,
D6.
six?
Oh no, it's still D6.
Yeah.
Perfect. Hashtag bard things. All right.
Oh, why is that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going towards these flowers.
Well, it's a bummer that that does that. I gotta figure that out.
What is happening?
The light shouldn't have changed. I just didn't realize that you guys could actually see the symbol there.
Oh. Oh yeah, we
Oh
can.
yeah, there's definitely a little torch.
I just thought it was a flower. Oh.
It's like
Weird
that's
that
cute
that
little
works
torch.
like that. I thought it was a GM view only thing. Oh well, it's not hurting anything.
Oops.
All right, so Aster, a few steps ago, you would have felt, and now Eliseo, and now we're gonna pause while I say this. You felt a sensation of walking through a cool mist, and then immediately drying off in a rejuvenating sort of sense. You immediately experience the benefits of a short rest.
Oh. This place is good. I can feel it. Yeah?
I mean, I get nothing from a short rest. I'm a wizard, but yeah.
You get potential healing.
I'm full health. I was not allowed to hurt myself to help heal the tree. But yeah, no, I will admit to feeling like, oh yeah, this is nicer, cooler, less humid. That's nice. Hey, I'm so glad we didn't waste spells on this. We just had to walk in a circle. Good job, everyone. Good job, Aster.
Yeah, now Aster, you can actually see from where you are for sure.
Yeah, the
the
little
other
inch
side.
We're like, man, we wasted a lot of time and almost used like 3 spells to get in here.
It was a gut feeling, is all I gotta say.
Thank you.
This kind of feels like the good energy we were trying to put out, right?
Yeah, this is a very different vibe from the rest of it, though.
Or like the light in the darkness.
It is, but that means there's a seed of hope here. We have to keep going forward. There's something wrong, just not here.
Is this what Seymore was trying to get to?
I don't know. What's Seymore doing?
He's still struggling, and it's actually getting a little bit more difficult to just keep a hold of him. He's definitely got something in mind, and it's not here, like this exact spot.
Okay. Yeah. Tell you what. Like, I'll take like Seymore like by the hand, considering I can't see him when he's close to me, and I'll just like let him lead the way. Like, where exactly is he wanting to go?
I'm gonna tie rope to my backpack and give Seymore my backpack. Like a child leash.
Leash kid?
Did
No,
you just
he's
make
not a leash kid.
yourself the child, though?
No, I gave him my backpack.
Okay.
So I'm holding the rope. He's wearing the backpack.
He is less than the size of your backpack.
I figured if he could hold her hand, he could carry a backpack.
What's in your backpack?
Well, nothing if I'm giving it to him. I'm giving it as possible.
Okay.
I want to put him on a leash without putting him on a leash in an offensive way. Like, I'm not calling him a pet. I'm calling him a child. You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to do anything.
It's okay. I had a harness between the ages of 2 and 4.
Oh, yeah?
I get it. Okay. So we're effectively hard-wearing Seymore to a point that everybody's able to see him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, not making this up. This is actually part of this. Aster, your short-sightedness, we'll call it, dissipates.
Oh. I just had a thought.
Take that, Tiamat.
Yeah.
Or is it long-sightedness? The one where you can't see immediately in front of you dissipates.
Oh, yeah, farsightedness.
I just thought of something. Can I, like, take out a little, like, trinket or something and cast light on it and hand it to Seymore so that he can just carry it around instead of being leashed? That way we can just follow the little bobble.
Absolutely.
Just follow the little light instead. Okay, there we go.
All right, so Seymore is going to be walking with this thing in front of him, like waddling along, scurrying his feet,
Here.
and he will...
Now we can find you.
For his size, he's actually got some pep in his step, and he's got a clear heading. He's going to get to this juncture right in front of Ulta and Juno and, like, pause here for a second, looking to his right, and, like, put his hand on branch that we're calling a hand on the ground for a second, and like come up and then slowly turn left and then start waddling along again. So he's heading this direction.
Yeah.
Follow that twig.
Should one of us check back here real quick? I don't want anything sneaking up on us. I will start walking that way to check back there.
We'll follow.
Okay. So Juno, you're going to see as you get to that area, and Ulta, a like barbed wire fence, so to speak, that's only a couple feet high, but goes across a couple of dead tree trunks, and embeds into the walls on both sides. And inside you can see a dead humanoid figure huddled around the makings of what you would assume to be a bonfire.
Does it look like a dead end up ahead of us?
Yes, and in a similar wall of thorns fashion to earlier down here.
Well, whoever they are, they're beyond my capabilities presently. Let's join the others. Just gonna scoot along behind the rest of them. Jog a little bit to catch up.
All right. Keep following Seymore, and I'm guessing this is kind of like the only way to go, so we're just going on up.
Okay. At this point, you can definitely tell that the air around you is getting not only thicker, but tickles at your throat a bit. It's getting, in more ways than one, a bit more difficult to breathe. Let's have everybody make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh boy. We're gonna use an advantage on this.
Yikes.
No.
Unnatural 20.
All right. I technically have a -2, but I'm gonna use one of my +2s to have a 15.
Okay. Okay. Juno, it kind of takes you aback a little bit at first, but you're okay so far. And all of you are pretty much all right, but you're able to tell that the breathing in here is becoming more and more difficult. The air here is not quite safe. So Aster, Aster, ahead of you is another couple of breakoffs to your right as you're peering ahead, and Seymore is beelining straight north. Right up here. Oh, I'm gonna shift. I don't need to shift the view yet. Okay.
So is the north. It feels right. Let's go. I'm gonna let him lead.
Okay. Here, he's going to be paused about 15 feet in front of you. Let me shift the view for chat real quick. There we are. He's going to be paused right at this point, and he's staring directly ahead at this, Aster, what looks from where you are as to be a tiny, tiny pool, but it is just black. It looks like ichor, oil. And it has this steam coming out of it, and occasionally has this bubble, blossom up and sort of pop. And the smoky effect that you had seen at the entrance of this area is happening around the perimeter of this on the ground as well. Seymore is going to put this lit item on the ground and slowly walk up to it and kind of lean over it and turn back to you and just kind of slouch.
Oh no!
I go up to him. Can I tell what just happened?
Insight check.
Okay. I'm scared. 22.
You'd be pretty sure that it's not like he touched it and now he's dying. It's more like sad.
This is it. This is where something's wrong. Don't know what yet, though.
Icarus was very unsure, is like slowly pulling out his bow just in case, like last time I saw a black puddle, it tried to eat us.
Fair enough.
Yep. We learn from our mistakes.
Oh, this is gonna be a risky thing to do. But yeah, Aster is going to do the same thing that Seymore did and look into this pool. Try to figure out what he saw.
Okay. Investigation check, please.
Okay. You know what? I'm inspired. I'm gonna use a d6 on that. Great, 8.
Okay. It just looks like a really thick black ink ichory substance, and there's at visual glance it doesn't really seem like anything special about it other than that grossness. And at that point, Seymore is going to pick up the little trinket that's currently lit. And with one branch, hold it to his chest. And with the other branch, he's going to lean into your leg and squeeze you tight for just a second before waddling over a couple more steps toward the black ichor and dunk his trinket hand in.
Like just the trinket or the whole hand?
The whole hand. So like half of the branch is going in, and then he'll do this lean over, like the sad lean, for just a second. And then the entire pool will spew upward with a steamy black liquid, and Seymore immediately engorges and grows into this much larger black and green and smoking creature. And now we need to roll initiative.
What?
No, don't make us fight Seymore.
No! I was like, I think it's
No.
happening and I really don't like it.
Wow. No. How to do
I
this?
don't want to fight Seymore.
Blighted Seymore. Wait a second. Wait.
But just for clarification, DM, if I touch the pool of black ooze, I too can turn black, green, and smoky.
You may test
Are
that
you
theory
threatening?
at your convenience. Okay, so while I'm pulling this up, where did we land? Icarus,
24.
Eliseo,
10.
Juno,
18.
Ulta.
23.
And Aster.
10.
Okay. Aster and Eliseo, what are your initiative modifiers?
+2.
+7.
Okay. At the moment this happens, you are going to all hear a familiar chittering from your northwest. And Aster, you'll see one of these guys appear in front of you out of the tunnel.
I have to zoom in and see what it is. Oh, great.
Oh no.
Icarus. Seymore has turned into this disformed, disfigured being and is now clearly intending to attack Aster. Before you take your initial turn, you will all notice that along with the image that's in front of you, you can see that a bright light, larger than the trinket he originally held, is embedded in what you would call its chest, in the middle of the trunk. So, Icarus, what would you like to do?
Using my movements, I am going to run straight forward. And I would like to run just in front, pushing past Aster, kind of like not shoving her, but like brushing past her as like a. And I am going to thrust my hands forward and use one of my new spells that I got this level, and reach as close as I can to the gem, and cast Remove Curse. and see if it does anything. Because this is one of my crazy ideas. I don't know how this works in combat.
It does. Nice. Okay, so Seymore will immediately reduce back to his original state.
Seymore.
Okay, let's get that out of there.
Why do my ideas work? Oh my god.
And now you're holding this object, but you would be able to see, Icarus, that this object now is not just a lit trinket anymore. You'd be able to tell from holding it that it is emanating a powerful magical essence. And at the point that you cast the spell and then rip this out of the cursed creature that was in front of you, you would see a little flit of faint light emanate from it toward the pool of ichor in front of you. Anything else for your turn?
So it like moves towards it, or just flicks, like it's just a light source?
It's kind of like imagine shining a flashlight that has like a really good focused beam. Instead of just flooding everywhere, it has like this line of light.
Okay. No, that's the end of my turn. I was just curious.
Okay. Then that brings us to Ulta. You can see this creature that's come out and is not happy with Aster and Icarus in front of it.
Yeah, I will Hunter's Mark that one. And then 2 crossbow attacks.
Okay. Both of those will hit. All right. 2 crossbow bolts whiz past you, Aster, and land cleanly in this ettercap that you can see coming out of the corner. Anything else for you, Ulta?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, that brings us to Juno.
It's me. I can't really see a whole lot from where I am, so I'm gonna scoot up like this, since my brother's in the spot I was gonna go to. I don't see or hear anything else, do I? Because, like, we heard the chittering of this guy, but is this guy dead?
No, that's just the Hunter's Mark.
Ah.
No, you do not see or hear
Confusion.
anything else.
Cool. All right. I'm going to throw my lit hand axe. I don't know what a moonbeam will do inside of here, and I'm a little bit too scared to find out.
Fuck around and find out.
Actually, I know what I'll do. I am going to use my tattoo magic to cast Chaos Bolt.
Ooh.
So my left shoulder will start to glow with the sparkles of midnight stars as I, cast this Chaos Bolt and then make a ranged spell attack. Natural 20.
Nice.
Kablass.
Hit it hard.
Okay, so it does 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. That number rolled on the die determines the attack or the attack's damage type. 2d8 plus 6. So automatically that's 22. Is that how math works? 2d8 max damage.
Yep.
16 plus 6. 22 plus. We've got a 2. And then 6 and a 5. Let's see. I'm gonna do force. Wait, no, 6 and a 5. Poison or lightning. Lightning damage, please.
Okay.
For this damage type. And then, yeah. Yep. So
So the total was
22
22.
plus 13. 6, 5, 13. Yes, so 35 points of force damage.
Okay.
Blam!
This Ettercap, as it's running out of this tunnel, meets the crossbow bolts of Ulta and then your action shortly after it, and it's just going to like stumble and roll as its body falls limp. It is now dead. That ain't happening. Eliseo, just before you go, everybody's going to see Seymore. He like takes a second to like, he's like frantically smacking himself as if he had like bugs on him or something, and then like comes to, looks around for a second, and then runs toward Icarus and points right at you. Eliseo, it is your turn.
Icarus is holding the like light thing still.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna get up to him then and see if do I waste a turn figuring out what it is? I think so.
It's a free action to speak, right? I'm just gonna be like, can anyone understand this guy?
The tree thing? No, none of us can. No, I want to figure out what the thing is that Icarus took out, though.
Okay.
And if we need to just, like, yeet that thing.
You can make a
Arcana?
well, let's have you make a check, and I would like you to make an argument for why the particular check you choose would apply.
I cast a spell on this item. This item got put into a weird, possibly chemical agent, possibly like magical creature, and caused a shift in Seymour's appearance and form. And then Seymore was released. I think this is something hinky magic.
Okay.
So Arcana.
Go for it. Arcana check it is. This will be your action.
I can math. 22. No. Yes. Yes. Final answer, 22.
Okay. It is definitely something that has had some sort of reaction to the pool of ichor in front of you, but it has also absorbed some of what you would only be able to describe as Seymour's life essence, and it feels good, and it is connected to that pool.
It feels good to who? To the ichor?
It feels good to you.
Oh.
Like good versus evil kind of good.
It's a good thing that it absorbed life energy?
The magic itself feels positive.
Does it feel like it's my magic or like a different source of magic?
Oh, you know, like the light was you, but the rest of this is not from you.
Yeah. Okay.
So you still have bonus action, some movement. Interacting with objects is free action. Yeah, what's going on for the rest of your turn?
I'm gonna move next to the pool. If it's gonna try and absorb another life, I want it to be mine. I want to be the closest one to it so it doesn't take my friends.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing if it tries to eat one of us, but I'll be the biggest target.
Okay.
Okay.
That brings us to Aster. We're
Yeah,
still in initiative, though you do not see any hostile creatures at the moment.
Sure. Kind of like seeing Elseo's facial expression and then go like from this gem that altered Seymore and then to the pool. I think Aster would catch on to that. And also kind of walk over. And as her bonus action, cast Guardian of Nature on herself. It's a very cool spell. Let me see if I can get the description. Maybe it'll let me do it. I think it's just gonna roll the, oh, perfect. So I'm gonna pick the great tree. So my skin appears barky, leaves are going to sprout from her braids, and I get the following effects that are listed in chat now. And as her action, she'll call it to LSA and say, if we're doing this, I'll join you. We can do this together. Nobody should have to do this alone. Looking to them and Seymore, honestly.
Could we do the cool, like, grab hands over the
ready to, like, all
yeah.
together, just to kind of share it.
Just the forearm clasp. Like.
Okay, awesome. So you're concentrating on that for 1 minute? All right, anything else for you then?
That's it.
Okay. Icarus, we are back up to you with Ulta on deck.
I like to imagine I'm in like a miming fight with this tree. Like, Seymore, what do you want? Okay, you're pointing at the pool. Pointing at the pool. So I'm just gonna like look at him and be like,
As a quick response, he's going to hold both of his arm branch hands out toward you, and then thrust down at the pool.
I'm gonna put it in the pool.
Put the orb in the pool?
Yeah.
Okay.
But did you ponder it first?
I'm not a wizard.
Sorry.
As the orb goes into the pool, you will see this violently boil over and immediately freeze. And it transforms away from this black ichor substance into writhing branches and roots, and then like shrink in on itself as if a plant being burned. And then a small flame will erupt into a small bonfire in front of you. All of you will gain 5 hit points, and if this takes you to your maximum or above, you will regain temporary hit points as the difference. And Seymore takes off running in this direction, now with his original lit trinket in hand.
Oh boy.
Is he gonna do the same thing again and like turn into a giant evil tree just for us to undo it? And
I hope not.
No, don't jump into the pool. Don't jump into the pool.
I'm jump into the pool. I'm not stupid. I'm just reckless. And
Not you. I'm talking to Seymore.
Oh, as I run away.
We're like all chasing this tiny tree baby.
He's going to take it, dunk it into this pool just as he did before, and the same effect will happen. He'll turn into this large, evil, shambling creature, and you'll hear more chittering around you from these spider-like creatures, these ettercaps. So you know that other creatures somewhere around you are alerted to what has just happened. It is now Ulta's turn with Juno on deck.
Ulta will move to about here, and so Magic, for my knowledge, are the squares 5 feet? Are they 10 feet? Are they?
The squares are 5 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
I just actually have you the correct size for the first time.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. She's going to cast web on Seymore and anchor it between here, like here and here.
Okay.
Missing Juno. Or is that Eliseo? I can't. I think that's actually Eliseo.
It is.
I have it very small on my screen, so I'm sorry. So she's going to do that.
Okay.
And I don't have to use a spell slot for that because that's a thing.
Dex save. Okay. $18.
Well, then he saved. And I don't think it does anything if you save, so let me just double check them. Yeah, it doesn't do anything if he saves. So she will throw her hands up and yell to the rest of the party, that was my attempt at not hurting it, so you guys gotta come up with another idea, because I don't know how this is gonna go. And she will hold, she will just knock a crossbow bolt and hold it and not take any other action.
Okay. All right. In that case, we are at Juno with Eliseo as the next player to go.
Vroom. So he touched this weird Iker stuff here, right? Seymore?
Yes.
And that's how he turned into this blight? My question is,
Yes.
would it be wise to cast Greater Restoration on Seymore, or should I attempt to cast it on this gross stuff? Also, I need to turn down the music a little bit. It is much loud in brain. Okay. I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration using one of my diamonds on Seymore.
Okay. Seymore will immediately shrink back down into his original form with this large orb of light next to him, just kind of plunking onto the ground.
Okay. Bonus action. I say, what the fuck is happening in here? That's all I've got.
Okay. That's gonna take us to one chittering creature appearing in front of you guys, but you can also hear the echo of more on their way from other places. And then we are at Eliseo with Aster on deck.
I kicked the glowy orb into the puddle.
Okay. It boils over, freezes, turns into writhing branches and roots, and shrinks into itself and becomes a small bonfire. And now at this point, you would all feel the air around you become not quite as thick, not quite as pressing on your breathing. It's as if you're cleansing the area around you. Anything else for your turn, Eliseo?
What type of action was that? Full action?
I'm gonna say that was just a free action. That's just interacting with an object.
I'm going to bend down and interact with a little person and just go, stop doing that to Seymore.
He is like pointing and already starting to run a different direction.
Yeah.
Aster, you would be able to see that he is looking a little bit less spry than at the beginning of all this.
Oh, no.
Anything else for Eliseo's turn?
Just can I grab him?
You can
please?
try and make a strength check.
Strength? Okay,
Uh-huh.
fine.
You're the best one at this.
Natural 20.
Okay, you managed to
Just
grab.
no!
You managed to grab him, but like on one side of your hands, his little feet root things are flying, and on the other, his two little branch hands are like bashing against your fingers, like he's trying to get free.
Seymore, we will go together. Just stop jumping in puddles. Let's go. Point the right way. And like, I will move the way that he's pointing.
He points
so that he
straight
can
south.
kind of a little bit like sail, like, ahoy! Like, okay, I will carry you. Let's go.
He's pointing straight south.
Great. I'm a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can go this far.
All right, Aster, it's your turn.
All right, cool. There is a little chittery boy right there. That still needs to get taken care of. So I'm just, at this point, like, Aster's like, kind of mad at like what's happening with these things here. So she's just gonna cast Scorching Ray at it. So let me roll 3 spell attack. 1, 2, 3. How many of those hit?
Oops, I'm on. All 3 hit.
All 3? All right.
Yep.
That's 2d6 each, so I'm just gonna roll all of them at once. 66. 20 fire damage.
Okay. Got it. Anything else for you?
And then I am going to follow Eliseo and Seymore down this little path here. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. That'll bring us back to the top of the order, and we should take one more brief break for the evening, and then we'll be right back to continue this strange initiative. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We are -1 because Chrissy had to step away. So we're going to continue, and we will have Niffer piloting Ulta. And we'll be sticking to Ulta's stuff as honestly as we can. We are at the top of the initiative order with our little plant friend Seymore wildly running through the area that we're in. I don't even know what to call it.
Subterranean dungeon crawl?
Yes.
Yeah, the plant dungeon.
Yeah, dipping this magically lit trinket that Eliseo had given him into these black pools of ichor and transforming into this blighted tree and turning hostile toward the party. Toward the potty? What?
The potty?
Words are real hard. Okay.
I mean,
so
we don't know what
Frosty?
those ichor pools actually are, and I wouldn't put it past the modules at this point because of Oathsworn. So
Yep. Well, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, this is not the module. This is me. So, assume what you will. Icarus, we're back at the top of the initiative order with you.
So, we have seen him put his arm in these piles or whatever, these pools. Is he holding something? Like you said, there's like a tribute.
The 2 times that he's done it, he has had this lit trinket that Eliseo gave him in his hand. And like dunked the trinket with his arm into the pool.
So it needs his arm. So where is the next one? Because we saw him start running and then get picked up.
Eliseo has him at this point, and they are down here. And he's effectively directing Eliseo by pointing.
Yeah, I was just thinking of At first I thought trinket was like something more specific, and then I was like, backup plan, maybe I can do something with that, but I can't. So bonus, I'll action to dash then.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this is one right here as I round the corner, and I just got to it. So can I stick my hand in it?
You can try, see what happens.
Okay, well, we clearly noticed Seymore was dying because of it, so
Right. No, you're absolutely right.
I'm gonna try this and at least try to thumb the blow for it.
We're just
Okay.
gonna have to fight you now instead, and that's fine.
You know, there's no saying that'll happen, you know?
All right.
Okay, so you're gonna dunk your hand into this. Make a Constitution saving throw, please. Excuse me.
I don't have another greater restoration. I just want you to know that right now.
So I brought out these brand new set of dice because Niffer said it's a great time to use them. This is
You're
the
welcome.
first two I've rolled on a saving throw. So that's a 5.
Okay.
Lighted Icarus.
You have this Icar, it like splashes at first like water when your hand makes impact with it, but then you see these like little root-like tendrils start to creep up your wrist for just a second, and it stings. You are now under the poisoned condition.
Okay.
You are able to pull your hand out, or you can keep it there. You know, whatever you choose to do to test any theories, but anything else for your turn?
So I accidentally used my action to dash, so I'm gonna keep my arm in because my next action, my hand needs to be in it. So
Okay.
I will have to wait the next 3 to 6 seconds because I messed up. So.
Okay. All right. Ulta is up with Juno on deck. So what's Ulta doing?
Oh, that's me now. Are there more? I can't move her token. There's still this not Ettercap. What is it?
That is an Ettercap, yes.
Oh, haha! She's gonna take shots at it because she wants to cover the group's back.
Okay. You now have control over
So-
token 2.
Amazing. Cool. She's gonna do the thing. I can roll for her too. Hooray. So she's gonna roll.
Oh! Nice.
All right. She crits. That's cool. She rolled a 1 on the die. So that's fun.
Well, that's
fine.
exactly why I like to do max damage plus what you roll for a crit.
Yeah. So that would be 6 plus the 1 then. So
9 plus the 1.
9. Ooh.
Her modifier is 3. So 1d6 plus
Okay.
3
Yes.
plus the 1 she rolled.
So 10. Nope.
10 total.
Yes, 10. Basic math, everyone. That for the first shot
Okay.
towards this guy. Is he still up?
Yes, though clearly very hurt.
She's gonna use her second attack then. And go.
Oh.
That one. Sweet. Cool.
And there is
Love that.
balance.
And there's balance in the dice.
Well, as all things should.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And yeah, she's gonna stay there because she can still see most of the group, and she can see this tunnel where there seems to be the creepers coming from. So.
Okay. Juno, you are up with Eliseo as the next player to go.
Alright, yes. I would like to run up on this some bitch. Actually, no. I do better with a crossbow. I'm gonna stay right here and whip out my crossbow and just pew once.
Roll it.
Alright. Okay, 12 plus 7, 19.
That'll hit.
Oh, okay. D8. 8 plus 3, 11 points of damage.
All right. This
And
thing
man-
is much like the one before it, charging through this tunnel and just goes limp and sort of skids across this grassy, mossy ground. Dead.
Where are these things coming from? Is something I'm gonna mutter to Ulta and then just waddle back here. Okay, cool. And that's where I shall end my turn.
All right. Icarus, you have one of these creatures right in front of you. It's going to come up to you
Everything's fine.
and try
no.
to bite you and claw at you. Let's see what happens with the bite.
Also, did you say it took damage earlier? I know you said it hurt, but I didn't write down any.
You did not take any damage. It stung,
Cool.
but you are under the poisoned condition.
Okay.
Which I believe is just, I'm going to double check, but I believe it's just...
Attack rolls and ability
disadvantages.
checks are at disadvantage.
Yeah, okay. So the Ettercap crits on its bite against you. That's going to be a total of 12 piercing damage and 4 poison damage. That's the thing. Okay, then it's going to claw at you as it is sort of clasped onto your arm with a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, that's going to be 7 slashing damage.
And then on this hit, I am going to cast a second level Hellish Rebuke.
Nice.
As golden flames start to, or like a golden light starts to enwreath it. That is 22 fire radiant damage.
On a dex save, right?
Yes.
12.
No.
Okay, 22 fire damage. All right. You can tell from that hit, it was significant enough that this thing is at least bloodied. At this point, LSAO, you can still see Seymore, within your grasp. He's like actively struggling against you. So
Yeah,
you
no,
are
I'm
going
going where he wants.
Yep. You are still going to need to make a strength check to essentially contest his aggressive struggling.
Aggressive struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Strength of +2, so unnatural 20.
Okay. Yeah, he's really working at it, but he's a tiny little guy, so it's not.
We're going.
It's not much
Relax.
struggle, but he's working at it. Speaking
Precious.
of, it is your turn with Aster on deck.
All right. So where is he pointing? 5'10",
Yep. At that point,
Is he
he's
pointing straight
left,
or left?
where
Sweet.
Icarus is. Yeah.
15, 20. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, I have 10 more feet of movement. If I stand here, can I reach the pool in between them?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna
By the way I
duck.
normally do things, yes.
Gonna duck under them fighting and just try and take the glowy trinket from Seymore and be like, I'll do it. Let me, and try and dunk it myself.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep. Come on, good dice. Not a good dice. 11.
Okay. As you try to dunk the trinket into this pool, the item itself sort of bounces off as if it hit solid ground. And you try to
Weird.
re-grab at it as it's bouncing, but it just gets away from you and rolls onto the ground on the other side. And
beans.
you are now kneeling.
Yep.
You still have Seymore in the other hand, but your
Yep.
hand sort of just dips into the pool as the trinket bounced off. So you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. 6. Nope. You can't math. That's 7.
Okay. You are now also under the poisoned condition as the contact with this ichor stings your hand and you can feel something seeping through your veins. Anything else for your turn?
Poisoned. Ooh. I can add it on here. Thanks,
Excuse me.
D&D Beyond. That was like my action and stuff. I have 5 more feet of movement. I don't want to be here. That's a wall right here, isn't it?
Yes.
I can't move anymore, can I? What
You
if I
could
roll
move
onto
here.
the puddle?
You know that your hand sunk in, so you could move over here, though.
Become one with the puddle. But I'm in this guy's range, so I would get an attack, right?
Yeah, you've only used a free action, so yes.
I've only used a free action? Like trying to dunk it wasn't the action?
No, that's interacting with an object.
Oh,
It's a free
score.
action. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna, from down here, just kind of like point up at the Ettercap and cast. Let me check the range of this spell. I would like it to be a good one. Excellent. Yes. Tasha's Mind Whip at this guy, please. Needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
And
11.
sweet. He fails. He takes 9 points of psychic damage. He takes 9 points of psychic damage, and he can't take a reaction till the end of his next turn.
Okay.
And on his next turn, he has to choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. He only gets one.
Nice. Okay. Anything else for you?
So I'm going to roll away now. Gonna hold Seymore to my chest and just like pivot and be like, nope. Okay, we'll get it next time, buddy. We'll get it next time. Don't run away.
Yup, and you'll see that it's struggling, like it's trying to throw its elbow or something as if to try to swipe at you, but it can't. Okay.
I am 7 times your height. Don't do this.
Oh no, I was talking about the Ettercap. But
Nope.
But yeah,
I think Seymour's also fighting this
Seymour's
hard.
absolutely still struck. He's like slapping on your fingers and like pointing toward the trinket that's now on the ground, and he's gotten actually a little more frantic.
We're gonna get it. Calm down.
Aster, it's your turn with Icarus on deck.
All right, we've run in, so we go in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I have joined the party. Wow, this is really crowded. I couldn't see any of it beforehand, so this is wild. Okay. So do I see the trinket on the ground?
You do. It's on the other side of the pool from you.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna provoke an attack of opportunity, but I absolutely want to dash
can't
over
take
there and try to
reactions,
get
you're
it.
good.
Oh, we can't.
You're
Perfect.
golden.
Okay,
I
so
took care of that for
yeah, I
you.
already used all my movement, so I'm gonna have to dash action to get over there. So 5, 10, 15, 20. We're over here now. I'm gonna grab it, and I think we all know the drill at this point. I'm going to try to put this trinket in the pool.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex?
Yep.
Okay. And because of Guardian of Nature, that is at advantage. So I'm going to do that.
Oh, hang on.
Huh?
I'm going to keep that if it applies, but I need to actually check if it applies. Guardian of Nature, right? And he chose Great Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
The dexterity save is nullified.
Okay. And because of Great Tree again, con saves are also at advantage. I'm gonna use my last +2 to make that a 16. Yeah. Oh, did I like cut out or something?
If you said what it added, I totally missed it. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I added my final +2 to make that con save 16.
Okay, so you you will see your bark skin completely. Well, actually, you'll feel it. Everybody else will see it shrink down into your arm, up to your wrist, and into your hand, where you are holding this item at the moment of impact with this ichor. Your guardian of nature goes away, but you are able to resist against poisoning as you can feel it attempt to seep into you. And this particular pool of ichor will freeze, shrivel into the iconic tentacle-like roots and vines, and then burst into a small bonfire. And at this point, you're feeling, you would know for sure, this being your third one, each one seems to be a little bit more potent in its effect than the last. Now, each of you will experience the effects of a little bit of healing. You will heal for 5, plus a temporary 5 hit points. Everybody.
That replaces the last 5 temp HP?
Yes, and that is up to you. It just doesn't stack. If you are at like 1, for instance, and you take the new 5, then you are reset to 5.
Good deal. I've been like plinking myself every time that Seymore is trying to escape. I'm like, yeah, it probably gives me a little cut. Little scratches up my hands.
Yep. Okay. That Aster, was anything else for your turn?
I think that's it.
Okay, you guys down here are going to see large, hairy spider legs creep around this corner as you can see a giant spider appearing from the tunnel to your east, meeting the echoing chittering from all around you. That brings
giant
us
spider
to
battle.
I could.
Oh, you could. Icarus with Ulta on deck.
I will give a holler, realizing I tried it, was too dumb to make the fountain work. They did it. I'm gonna say, shh, don't laugh at me. It interrupts me. I'm gonna yell, LSAO, Aster, find the next one. I'll distract the spiders, and I am going to do what I do best, and I'm going to ensnaring strike the big spider. I'm pretty sure I can. Let me double check. I don't know if there's a size requirement before I do it. Which is my tattoo spell. A larger creature. Is it large? It's probably large.
The spider?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to ensnaring strike. I'm going to do my other one then. Which is... Where'd it go? Branding smite. So I'm going to do that at 2nd level. And then I need to roll 2 hits with my bow. Sorry, there's a lot of mini steps here. Well, a natural 1, but plus 11, so it's 12.
And I missed something in the middle there. It's a 12 for what exactly?
A bow shot at the big spider.
Oh, if it was a nat 1, it fails.
Yeah, I figured. But I have a 2nd bow strike now, so we're gonna try that one.
It is at disadvantage because melee range.
Not for the giant spider?
Yes, you have a hostile creature in melee range, so your ranged attacks are at disadvantage.
Okay, so I rolled a 15 and a 9, so 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
Okay, so I've got 1d8 plus 5 plus 2d6. 8. 4 is 12 plus 2. 8 plus 5 is 13 damage from the bow and 6 6 radiant damage. Is it radiant? Let me reread the spell because I'm losing my mind. So many things. Yeah, radiant damage, and it sheds light now, and it cannot become invisible. So it's basically extra visible.
Nice. Okay, let's make it do that.
Basically, I just set it on fire so it would be pissed at me.
All right. Anything else?
That was my 2 attacks and my bonus action. No, I'm good. I'll just run towards it a little bit, like 2 steps, so I'm just past the Eder cap.
Okay.
So I'm like clearly trying to aggravate it.
Yeah. All right. Then we're going to be at Ulta with Juno on deck.
Are there any more monsters up here?
Like
Like
for
up
Ulta?
this direction?
No.
Yeah. Okay, because she can probably hear that skittering if it's that loud. So
Yeah, it is
she's
all
gonna
around you.
run
All of you can hear it as if
10.
it's echoing throughout the entire place.
20, 25, 30. Oh, it's so fun moving her token. She has her swarm that can give her extra movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 5 extra feet?
I believe right now it's still 5, yes.
Okay. So if she makes it that far, she can't see yet, can she?
She can see the Eder cap.
Oh, that thing's still alive.
Yep.
Oh, yep. She's gonna take care of that then. Forgot about that thing. My bee.
Hunter's market too.
Oh, yeah, she's gonna do that. Does she need to just transfer it over, or does she need to cast again entirely?
Bonus action to transfer.
Hmm?
Bonus action, but no spell slot.
Okay. I was gonna say, do I need to mark off a spell slot for her? So,
Because
yeah.
she killed the last one.
good deal. So she'll transfer the hunter's mark and then do 2 crossbow bolts. Hopefully she'll only need the 1. 24.
That will hit.
7 piercing damage plus a d6. Hang on. So 6 on the hunter's mark die.
Okay. Ulta comes flying in and takes a quick mark on this enter cap and with a single shot finishes the job.
Yeah. Good job, Ulta.
All right. She can hear that there's more commotion happening from around the corner that she can't see. Is there anything else
Yeah.
that you're gonna have her do?
No, she's got one more attack, but she can't see anything. And she used her movement and her bonus action.
Okay. Yep.
So she loses her second attack.
All right. Juno, you are up with Eliseo as the next player to go.
I'll look behind me and see absolutely no one's in this room and just go, oh shit. As I make my way here, and then I will action dash. Okay, get there. Oh, hey, everybody.
Oh, there's light now.
You're welcome.
You're the best.
She's got that lit axe.
And I can't see anything yet, but I am going to bonus action cast spiritual weapon, which I should have had out this whole time, but here we are. So I'm just going to cast that and kind of plop it out here, kind of in front of LSAO, guarding them.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. While I work on getting your, it's the half moon
Moon scythe.
scythe. Yes. That brings us to a spider, who's going to come to about right here, and it's crawling on the wall actually. So it's not quite on the ground. It's more like here, about 10 feet up in the air, and we'll need. Icarus to make a strength check. 1 second, let me double check that. Nope, it's an attack to see if it hits. 16?
Hits.
Okay. You are restrained. It will take a strength check to see if you can get out. Then it's going to continue crawling down the wall onto the floor up to Aster and take a bite. 22 to hit.
Yeah, I think that hits.
Okay. Nine piercing damage, and you will need to make a Constitution saving throw. You are no longer in your guardian
Exactly.
form.
Just a plain Jane one.
Mm-hmm.
For clarification,
I have advantage from chat. I'm gonna use it.
There you go. What's
am
up,
I, like,
Icarus?
up or like webbed up or like what am I?
Yeah, sorry, you are like webbed to the wall right behind you.
All right, that was a 15.
Okay.
Thank you, chat.
You feel a sting emanate from the site of the bite, but you are able to fight off the poisoning effect that has been attempted. All right, Eliseo, you are up with Aster on deck.
Excellent. I am going to cast haste on myself, and me and Seymore are gonna go find the next one. They got this giant spider. I'm very sorry, y'all. So.
Oh, in fairness, before you do that,
Yes?
Seymore is no longer struggling.
Okay. Do we get them all? Stop fight. What are you doing? What is he doing?
He's just going to point at the spider.
That's what we gotta get now? Okay. Aw, good job. Okay. I for some reason turn him because apparently he might want to see this. I don't know. He's probably invested. Here you go, buddy. Here's a lot of wholesale death and murder. Go. And I'm going to cast, not haste on myself anymore. Let's see. I'm not doing that one. Let's do another mind whip because that's very effective at us. Let's cast it at 4th level for funsies.
That's a intelligence save or wisdom save?
That is an intelligence saving throw.
Coming in at a -4.
What up?
Oh, for 16.
Yes, good. So let's see how much damage that is. 3rd or higher each slot level. Okay, so it does the same amount of damage at. I didn't read the spell very well. It can target another creature at 4th level apparently, but I don't think there are other creatures. So oh well, waste of a slot. Ooh, good damage though. That's 14 psychic damage.
Okay.
And it can't take reactions, and it has to choose move action or bonus action.
Okay.
On its next turn. So yeah, if Seymore wants to have any fun, he can go on my turn. I don't know if he has any spells. You got spells, buddy?
Are you still hanging on to him, or did you set him down?
I turned him so he could see the spider and see that we're taking it down.
He's not doing anything at this point. Yeah.
I didn't figure that he had magic, but I was like, I don't know. Do you want to help here?
You wouldn't know if you didn't ask, right?
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe this is where he discovers that he's a druid now. Did we level him up enough? Maybe we dunked him in enough puddles that he's, he's magic now.
These are all theories.
Yep.
All right, Aster, you're up with Icarus on deck.
All right. As her bonus action, she's going to use her shifting feature again. So 10 feathers and a kind of scaly appearance appear once more. And as her action, she's going to wild shape into a dire wolf.
Ooh.
That is just going to like take up as much like space on this side of the room, so it like can't. It'll have to crawl over to like get to anybody else, and it's just the wolf's just going to be baring its teeth at this thing.
Nice. Do you
That's all I
change
got.
size at all?
I think they are considered large. Yes, they are a large beast.
Boop. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
All right,
I
Icarus
love
with
that it's
ult on
just
deck.
her.
I've just now thought of how to get out of webbing while being weak. So I'm going to Misty Step over here.
Oh.
And then I'm going to take my 2
Alright.
shots.
Misty Step is bonus action and 2 shots is 1 action, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
This was 5, right? 3 plus 5 is 8 damage. And then 24 to hit.
That also hits.
And then 13 damage. So 21 total.
All right, Icarus, please describe for me the demise of the final assailant.
Yeah. With the utmost spite, I get webbed to the wall. I go, really? And then I, with a shimmer of like a little bit of golden light, like poof, and then appear like literally a few steps over, and like right as it looks at the giant direwolf that formed right in front of it, I'm just gonna knock 2 arrows and just aim for the mouth, the eyes, aim for something around the vital head part, and hopefully they hit. And that's what I'm thinking as I shoot. As I feel the being gross.
As that final strike happens, the spider will instantly curl up with its legs folding in onto its body, and it'll just sort of roll over onto its back, dead.
Who's a good boy? Who's a... Wrong roll.
Eliseo, Seymore is going
buddy?
to like put both of his little branch hands onto your you've got him in one hand, right? So it's
Right.
like
I'm
this.
just holding him like this.
He's here.
At
Okay.
this point.
This is Seymore.
Yeah.
This is his
Hi,
head.
buddy.
This is his hands. He's gonna
Hi.
kind of like put his hands down and look over. Okay,
Yeah.
like that. I didn't realize I could do that with my fingers.
Hello.
And
That's what she said.
yeah, there we go. This is mature content.
I did it for Chrissy. She would have done it. I did it for
She
Chrissy.
would have done it too. No,
Chrissy
she
would've.
She would have made faces that made us all laugh, and then somebody would have said it. It may or may not have been her, but there would have been instigation nonetheless.
Oh yes.
And then sort of like turn toward you, Eliseo, and then
Yeah.
slowly turn back and hesitantly point toward
Gotta keep
Icarus.
going? We gotta kill Icarus now? No.
What do I do?
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm
is
kidding.
it the pathway behind me?
Is it the pathway or is it the? Does he
Well.
have something?
He just keeps pointing. Icarus, from where you're at, it's hard to tell if he's pointing directly at you or like beyond you, because there's a lot of space there.
I'm a little intimidated, but I'm gonna look down this cavern way a little bit. I'll walk forward if I need to, because I can't see much right now.
Are we still in initiative?
You are not.
Okay, then I'm gonna walk over and see if his pointing changes once Icarus's position changes.
He's just kind of following, but as you're going, he's going to get a little bit more. I'm gonna say excited, but you can't really tell if it's like agitated or angry or
Right.
like good excited. It's just it would become increasingly clear
Right.
that you're going the right way from the way he's
Okay.
like tapping on you and continuing
okay,
to
buddy.
point.
Okay. Yep. Let's go.
Aster, I'm assuming you're maintaining your direwolf
Yep.
until you tell me otherwise. How long does that last?
Yep. Half my level. I think rounded up.
in
so
minutes?
it's
4
the
5 hours?
In minutes or hours?
hours.
Oh shit.
Wild shapes
okay.
last a long time.
Nice.
Wild shapes are so cool.
Okay. So yeah, it's, pointing
I'm gonna
toward.
guide Aster through this space because she's so big right now.
Yeah, I'm Lord.
Oh,
Hey,
but she-
large spider could get through here, so can
Yeah.
I.
Yeah.
I would say so. It's a tight squeeze for you, Aster, in this form, but you are able to do it. You would
No.
feel that the branch walls around you give a little bit, but they're strong enough to like scrape against your fur. Not a tight enough squeeze to like cause you damage or make you force too much or anything like that, but it's a tight fit.
Ulta's just following behind, fitting very nicely in the hallway.
Yeah, still pointing beyond Icarus over here.
Yeah, okay. Hello. Oh, look, there's multiple ways. Which way does it point? It's like a little metal detector. Like, okay, where?
Yep.
Here? No. Here? No.
Yep. Imagine
Bouncing
having
rod.
a straight up wayfinder in a homebrew dungeon.
I love that.
A little bit to the right is where he's pointing now, and Icarus
This way?
is no, like just beyond Icarus. But what you've
okay.
seen to
It's
this
like,
point now,
That's a mummy.
because because you've seen it,
No.
Icarus and Eliseo, as you're walking this way, you see first a webbed up, large humanoid cocoon essentially in this little crevice, and then around the other corner, a deep webbed pit, and then over here another sealed up humanoid
Yep, that's
body.
a body.
Yep.
I like reflexively cover Seymour's eyes a second. It's like, oh no. Oh wait. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Aster can't hold you right now. That means I'm responsible for making sure you make it out of this dungeon like mentally sound.
Please.
Oh no. Okay, so we're going this way. Is this another crossways or is this another pit of just dead things?
He would point to the right.
All right. Icarus, go right.
Sorry, I gotta
Stuck
flip my
behind you in
windows
the
again
tunnel.
here.
Icarus, go right. I'm stuck.
And Icarus, you would see as you're going.
Stop pushing. Oh.
Hey, you gotta go. Seymour wants to go. Come on. Thank you.
So to your south, Icarus, you can see on one side a thorned wall, essentially, but then a large set of roots emanating out from a tremendous trunk with a basically tunneled hole going further in.
And that's what Seymour wants?
That's what Seymour's pointing toward.
Then that's what Seymour gets.
All right.
Off we go.
Icarus,
Go check this out.
as the first one going in, you are able to see a bright bluish, greenish, yellowish, and like shifting between the three light coming from straight ahead.
I like
That kind of light?
more than what we've seen before.
Is it a rave? Are they throwing a rave down here? Is that why they're changing lights? Please?
It's a little bit less aggressive than a rave, but essentially, yeah.
Okay, so like a slow rave. Cool. It's just getting started. Great.
Epileptic friendly rave.
There you
Perfect.
I can come.
Woohoo!
go. Actually,
I
Aster,
guess.
I'm pretty sure you know fairy fire, do you not?
I do.
Does anybody else know fairy fire? In character.
I at least know of fairy fire if I don't have it.
Hold, please. That sounds like something I have.
I feel like I do. Nope. Just kidding.
Yes, that is something I have. As
Okay.
well.
So those of you who
Like, I
have
would
the
know of
spell
it.
Fairy Fire, you would, upon seeing this light through the tree tunnel ahead of you, There's no mistaking that what is ahead of you is absolutely fairy fire. And then you look behind you at the dimness. It's not quite as fluid in its color transformations, but it's of similar nature. It's very likely that that's what's behind you as well. And while still very dull, has calmed and brightened a bit since you and Seymore had teamed up to cleanse the blights, I guess we'll say, in the areas behind you. So, Icarus and Eliseo in front, what's happening?
I mean, if it's a party, it must be friendly, right?
What does Seymore want us to do? Gonna just follow the MacGuffin until it stops.
Seymore is going to put his two little branch hands onto your wrist and top finger, Eliseo, and like grip a little bit. You can tell that he's getting a little tense. And then give like a single nod forward.
Okay.
I feel like that means it's good, but somewhere we're not necessarily supposed to be, but better than where we were.
Okay. If I put you on my shoulder, are you gonna not jump into strange puddles anymore? 'Cause then I can use both hands.
He's going to...
I'm gonna very tentatively put him there and see if he stays.
Trying to imagine what you're wearing. Are you just wearing like typical robes or what's going on?
I absolutely have full wizard robes. Thank you very much for
Okay.
asking. I've been waiting for a year to tell you.
Okay, so he's gonna actually hop like into your hood.
Yes, good.
And then like his arms are going to like be hanging
Right out
onto
here?
your shoulders right outside of your
There.
neck.
Perfect.
Okay. So I'm going to shift you guys
Good.
over and give you a brief description here.
Hooray.
Gotta get you guys all into...
It feels like Fae party vibes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hello.
What?
What?
Oops.
Okay.
We did
Oh.
a thing.
Ahead of you and in like gaping into the wall of trees behind it, you see an iridescent, just fluctuating between green and blue and black small pond, and obviously much larger than the one you had seen at the beginning, and fluctuating in color rather than the just bright green that you'd seen at the entrance of this place. At first glance, even with the dimly lit area around you, you can see different sets of bones and skeleton throughout this little pond lake thing. There are a couple fallen trees, dead trees, and then, right next to them, incredibly healthy looking blossoming trees and shrubbery all over this place. And this entire arena is surrounded by the familiar wall of shrubbery and branches, the branch root looking wall around you going into this dome-like structure above. You would know for sure that were it not for the fairy fire-esque light emanating from literally every surface you could see, it would be pitch black in here. Off to your east, in this corner, a tremendously huge lump of clearly out of place branches and shrubbery link over this lump in the ground, and it's glowing a bright green with a pulse, like to almost dark and then bright green and everything in between, like a heartbeat, in and out. And throughout the entire chamber, you can hear an echoing voice. Fresh meat. Fresh meat. Fresh meat. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I have not been sated in some time. Was actually a second voice. Out of the water to your southeast, you will see the head of what looks at first like a serpent-like creature emerge,
No.
rearing a black snout and horns. A dragon appears.
No.
It's a dragon. No.
And off to your north,
Oh no.
emerging from the thick of the branches and tree trunks, will be a much more purple dragon snout and neck and body.
Gross and bad.
What?
I'm going to show you these two images, and then that will be where we end tonight.
Big purple mad.
Here is one.
Oh my god.
We got this. It's fine. This is totally fine.
I like the fin. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
The
a
fin
very
is
good
very
aesthetic
cool.
choice.
And
vibe.
here is the other.
This is a good vibe.
Oh,
That's an even better vibe.
I love it and I hate
Such
it.
a good vibe.
I'm so scared.
Help! I'm scared.
Rolling initiative for this is where we will begin our next session.
Oh, Missy, come back.
I joked about us finding a dragon in this swamp.
Good
I
job.
did
you
not
called
joke
it.
about two dragons.
Two
magic.
dragons.
Two for the price of one was not necessary in this instance. Hopefully the
Oh,
purple
the
one is all
big
good
session.
and a good baby.
I'm so ready. I know
This is gonna
exactly
be
what I'm
You
huge.
doing.
can't see, but I'm rubbing its belly on my screen right now.
Remove curse is my highest level spell.
Greater Restoration was my highest level, and I used it on a tree.
Hey, it's good. It's all good.
It's a
You
very
better get
important
big and help
tree.
out.
We
All
can
right.
do
All right,
this.
I still have
got
some
this.
spells. I'm still.
I'm gonna
I know
keep
exactly
those-
what we're doing.
I'm going to keep those on the screen just so everybody can sort of soak it in.
Yeah.
But yes, that's where we're going to end tonight, and we will begin next session with rolling initiative for this encounter, as these two are definitely coming at you with a hunger, quite literally. So, let's go around the table one more time. Let us know who you are, who your character is, and what stuff you've got going on where we can see you next. And then we'll be out. What's up, Heck?
All right. Hey, everyone. It's me, Sir Heckelite. Tonight I played Aster, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid, who has had a very stressful day. Yeah, you can find me on all of the social medias at Sir Heckelite. In terms of where you can see me in the TTRPG space next, I am here every other Tuesday and Thursday for Module Week for what you just saw, as well as Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, our Oathsworn campaign on Tuesdays. You can also find me on Neon Lights Roleplay every other Sunday, starting this Sunday. We're starting our Violet Sea campaign, which is a system that our very own lovely GM Tate Washburn made himself. So we're going to be test running it, which is going to be so cool. Very excited about that. And then on the 20th of this month kicks off a new D&D podcast that I'm doing with Heinz Dungeon in the chat called Dungeons and Discussions, where we're just going to be talking about all things D&D. And we do have a sponsorship that has been gracious enough to let us do some giveaways for this, so you won't want to miss it. Other than that, I think that's it. Let's move it on over to Nipper.
Hello, I'm Niffer. What's up? I played Eliseo the Time Wizard, who's very chill about this. They know exactly what's going to happen. It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. And yeah, I am here on Thursday nights for Module Week. And In 2 weeks, you'll see me here again. But then the day after that, Cold Hands Warm Heart is coming back for season 2. Well,
Woo!
like part 2 of season 1. I don't know. But like we're coming back, and that's the most important part. So that's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited to get back to being frozen in game as well as real life. Stay warm out there, y'all.
Baya, it's me, Hyacinth, and my other game that I was playing. Oh, I guess I was playing the Elf Barlock, the annoying one. But my other game that I was playing is currently about to go on a short hiatus. So when we get back, we'll be back on Wednesdays once a month or every other. I don't remember anymore. But other than that, I'll be here. If you at me, I'll respond. If you don't at me, I won't because busy. I don't know. But thank you for saying next.
It me. Hello, everyone. I'm Corn Dog McGraw. I played a cleric. That's what you saw tonight. I will be here again on Sunday. But before I'm here Sunday evening for our beautiful Lord of the Rings campaign, you can find me over on Harrison's channel for a 2-parter run through of the House of Lament. So we're going back to Barovia to fuck some shit up. There is a cousin of a very familiar character who will be going on this adventure and trying not to fuck it up. But yeah, come hang out Sunday. I'll be on the Twitters at Corndog McGraw tweeting about where we're at. But also, yes, Sunday night, Lord of the Rings comes back. I'm fucking stoked. I play a dwarf. It's great. It's every part of my essence. So, and then you'll see me again in a week and a half on that 2 Thursdays from now for these dragons.
These dragons.
All right, Magic, back to you.
Yes, and I unfortunately do not know enough about the things that Chrissy is involved with, so I
do.
You do? Okay, go for it, Heck.
Yeah, I can just feel the basically of the things that she's in. She's of course, and Oathsworn, Odyssey of the Dragon Lords with me. As well, I forgot to mention Emerald Expeditions, which is coming up on Monday the 24th. That both of us are going to be occasionally in. She's also in our Knights of Paintown, yes, Knights of Paintown, City of Mist campaign called Madness Calls It Forth. It is such a joy to watch. Definitely check it out. Yeah, occasionally you see her running some cool stuff. Definitely check her out. And those are kind of the main things.
She's also on Harrison's stream this Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Oh. As is Luca and Cole.
Very nice.
And
awesome.
Harrison as our GM. Good luck, Harrison. Good luck.
All right, awesome. And finally, I'm That Magic Juice. I am the GM and shepherd for this campaign. This has been a trod through one of the more completely homebrew aspects of this campaign. So hope you guys are enjoying it. And in case you couldn't tell, there's quite a bit more to come once we get to it 2 weeks from now. So if you're new to this particular show, if you're new to this stream, we're here every other Thursday. And if you want to catch up / go back to what's happened up to this point, all episodes of this are on YouTube, along with, I believe, pretty much all episodes of everything that TPK Roleplay does. So check out the YouTube for sure. The name of this show is Queen's Gambit. And then there are dozens of other things going on over there as well. I do run one other show for D&D 5th edition on my own channel, which has already been linked. That's every other Sunday. So not this coming weekend, but the weekend after on Sunday at noon Central. We will be back with Tenements of the Great Rift. That's another long-running D&D 5th edition campaign. Similar style where it's based on a module, but with a whole bunch of homebrew stuff involved. And then 2 Thursdays from now, as others have said, we'll be right back here. So I hope to see you at any / all of those. And everybody's got super exciting stuff going on. Did Niffer want to say something?
Hey, are we level 10 yet?
No.
Oh. That's all.
Well, you wouldn't know if you didn't ask. And now
Yeah.
I'll
they're
fight
just
a
gonna
dragon first.
they're just gonna plague me with the asking.
Not a dragon, heck. I would like to
Ooh,
remind you,
dragon.
2
Yeah,
dragons.
if we
That's
kill
all
2
right.
dragons with no player deaths, can we be level 10?
Maybe.
Well, let's have some player jets. Kill me.
Can we go
You'll
through
find out.
dragon?
Ruin the
No.
whole family dynamic.
Do not. Don't do
right.
that to me.
With that, we're out of here, guys.
Okay.
Check out TPK's schedule. Otherwise, for this particular game, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.